Columbus and Carolina, both NHL names, too,
yes,
right?
They are.
So I'll tell you what, it was NHL playoff level intensity here last night. Why? Because these two teams, in addition to facing each other every single game for the rest of the regular season, are battling it out for the top spot in the Continental Division. Now the River Dragons, 2 points in a shootout last night, so they are now 39-10-4. That's 113 points on the year. Meanwhile, 38-12-3, 111 points for Carolina. Now the magic number becomes 4, Drew, and there's 3 games left tonight and then next weekend, Friday and Saturday, between these two teams, and you hope the River Dragons can close it out.
You do, and you really want them to close it out in regulation. Regulation points matter.
3 points for a win in regulation, 2 in overtime or a shootout, and of course if you go past regulation and lose, you get a single point. So those points of regulation matter. Not only that, but because head-to-head tie breaks come into this as well. So if you get to regulation wins, coming into last night, Carolina had 1 more than Columbus did. So it's also important not only for that extra point, Drew, but also to get that tiebreaker column.
Yeah, it is. We need to play really well these last few games with Carolina and get us into the top seed of the playoffs.
Now you're wearing a Chattahoots jersey.
I am.
You are. So explain a little bit about why, and you will see a lot of Chattahoots gear here
So tonight is Chattahoots night here in the arena. You'll see a lot of that on the broadcast as we go. The River Dragons are actually wearing specialty jerseys for the Chattahoots this evening.
And you can get in on the auction for those jerseys if you see them. Also, they have nicknames on the back.
They do. They're really cool.
Some of them are pretty straightforward. Others, you're going to have to do a little figuring. My favorite so far, I think, is Gill's jersey. I'll let you read that one online, but it's pretty creative. I'm not going to spoil it. How can you read it online? ourdragons.com, and you can go there, check out what's going on. Also through the Dash app is where you can bid on these jerseys. We'll talk more about that in a minute as well, but boy, I love the jerseys. They look sharp here tonight. River Dragons, so will be in white. As a matter of fact, Drew, the jersey he's wearing is very close to what the River Dragons are wearing this evening, and I think they look sharp. I really like these.
They do look sharp, and I really like the jerseys that Ignite puts together for the team as we go through the season.
Absolutely. They do a fantastic job with that. So tip of the cap to everybody involved with the design and execution of that. It does indeed take a village to get a hockey team on the ice all wearing the same thing. And well, tonight, a little bit different, a little bit of fun. It is also Sponsor Appreciation Night here, and we want to say thank you so much to everyone who sponsors River Dragons hockey, whether it be here on the air with the broadcast side or in the arena, dasher boards, signage. So many ways you can get involved, even buying season tickets or a group for your business to come out. We appreciate your support. Thank you so much. So let's take a break here in the Air Force Evening and Air pregame show. When we come back, we're going to take a dive into the standings, and we will also look at the Zilmo Zippin' Out of Town scoreboard, and a lot more coming your way here in just a bit. And we will break down all of the playoff races going on, not only here but in the Empire Division as well. So puck drops to the bottom of the hour. Carolina and Columbus coming your way in just a little bit. This is River Dragons hockey.
Sports fans, it's game time. There's no better time to make sure your heating and air system is working like it should. As the official air conditioning sponsor of the Columbus River Dragons, we're excited to be able to offer you our special $69 tune-up offer. With an Air Force tune-up, a certified and trained technician will perform a comprehensive inspection and duct inspection. This can help reduce utility costs and prevent costly repairs. Schedule your tune-up today. Call 706-813-1935. We're always here when you need us. Air Force Heating and Air.
River Dragons hockey is more fun in a group. Come celebrate your birthday, anniversary, reunion, and more. Get 10 or more people together to enjoy the best available seating, a special VIP entrance, group recognition at the game, a visit from Scorch or Torch, and more. Plus, you can add on options like Chuck-a-Pucks, souvenir hats or pucks, and even a team gear shopping spree. Groups of 30 or more get a post-game photo on the ice. Group perks are only available through the River Dragons office by calling 706-507-4625.
At the Country Inn and Suites by Radisson, you'll enjoy comfortable accommodations close to Columbus State University, Fort Benning, and of course, the River Dragons games. Conveniently located at 1720 Fountain Court in Columbus, you'll be minutes away from all your favorite Columbus destinations. Free high-speed Wi-Fi and hot breakfast always available too. So whether you're staying for business or for pleasure, make your next stay in Columbus a comfortable one at the official hotel partner of the River Dragons, Country Inn and Suites by Radisson.
At Mr. Sparky, we're America's on-time electrician. We all count on our home's electrical outlets to provide us the power we need when we need it. But sometimes an overloaded circuit can lead to a blown outlet, so leave it to the pros at Mr. Sparky. We'll get it done right and get it done safely. Call now for $50 off electrical repairs.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Limitations and restrictions may apply. Independently owned and operated. Licensed in the respective state or county.
So light 'em up, light 'em up, light 'em up, I'm on fire. So light 'em up.
Back here at the Columbus Civic Center, Tom Callahan of the Harvey Lumber Press Box, joined on the broadcast this evening by Drew Peirce. And right now, I want to go back in and take a little bit more of an in-depth dive into the playoffs. The seeding still up for grabs right now in both the Continental and the Empire Division as we're getting a little closer to the end of the regular season. And as Drew pointed out, every point matters at this point. Wins in regulation matter. And obviously the battle we are most concerned with here in Columbus, Drew, is the River Dragons trying to get on top of the Carolina setup. So looking at this, Carolina coming into tonight has one more regulation win, 32. River Dragons have 31. That is one of the tie breaks. The River Dragons also do not have the head-to-head season series at this point. There's still time to win the season series, but they don't have that tie break either. So that puts that little bit extra pressure on Columbus.
It does, and we really need to step on the gas these next few games and to get ahead of Carolina in that tie break.
River Dragons do have 39 wins to the 38 wins overall for Columbus to Carolina. And really, most importantly, they have a 2-point gap there. So as we take a look at the Continental Division standings here, just having a look at what's going on now. Mississippi's been eliminated. They can play a little bit of spoilers still. You look at Motor City. Motor City lost. It would take Motor City losing out and Port Huron winning out, going 3-0 in their last several games to be able to leapfrog. So it almost appears, and with a point or two, Motor City will be set in that third spot, Port Huron in fourth. So playoff seeding and playoff first-round opponent will depend on Columbus and Carolina, where they finish in the Continental Division. And again, the River Dragons, 4 is the magic number. Any combination of 4 points over the next 3 games locks out Carolina. We'll go to the Empire Division and take a look on the other side here, because Danbury, with 120 points, has almost completely sewn it up. They need 2 points to finish top in the league. They're 7 ahead of the River Dragons right now, 41 wins on the year. Danbury would have home ice all the way through to the Commissioner's Cup playoffs. Binghamton is going to finish in second. Watertown and Elmira both lost last night. So, Drew, Watertown had a chance to maybe put distance on Elmira. Elmira had a chance to catch Watertown. Neither one of those happened. And I mean, yeah, those teams are in, but boy, that's just kind of that's a hard thing to see this time of the year.
It is, and you really want to see. I want to see Watertown get some wins here, because it's a real battle when we play them every time as well.
So, do you have, looking at this first round potential matchups then for the River Dragons? It's either going to be Motor City or Port Huron. I mean, do you have a team you'd rather face?
I'd rather face Port Huron, because I know our offense is much stronger than theirs is, and our defense is also better than theirs is.
Well, that's fair. I don't mind that comparison at all. All right, there you go. Motor City, I will add to this. Motor City has come on quite a bit in the second half of the season. They look much improved when they played the River Dragons. And you know what? Motor City's not going to be an easy out. That is not an easy opponent to beat. So Columbus hopefully going to be able to do a little bit of damage there. And you know what? At this point for the River Dragons, it's just about winning games in regulation. That's really what they need to do. And so for Columbus, that's where the focus is. And we are going to chat with head coach Jerome Bichard in just a little bit here as we're working our way towards the bottom of the hour. And so, Drew, we have another break to take before we get to coach. Is that correct?
We do, yes.
Okay, so why don't we do that, and then when we come back, we're going to look at the Zelmo Zippin' out-of-town scoreboard. So stick around. That's coming your way here in just a moment. Puck drop at the bottom of the hour here at the Columbus Civic Center. Plenty of time to come down and join us. This is the Air Force Heating and Air pregame show on River Dragons Hockey.
An injury can be a game changer. That's why Houston Sports Medicine Team provides urgent ortho care, Saturday morning injury clinics during hockey season, and an emergency room at Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. An injury can be a game changer, and immediate evaluation and care can be a game changer too. For more information, go to Houston.com or call 706-324-6661.
Hey, sports fans, the seasons are changing and it's game time. There's no better time to make sure your heating and air system is working like it should. Call Air Force Heating and Air today for our special $69 tune-up offer. With an Air Force tune-up, a certified and trained technician will perform a comprehensive inspection and duct inspection. This can help reduce utility costs and prevent costly repairs.
On the spot. Barbaritos is founded on freshness, and everything from our handmade guacamole to our marinades are made right in-house. And don't forget, you can order online at barbaritos.com or through our handy mobile app. Barbaritos. Food, community, people.
While the River Dragons handle pests on the ice, Orkin takes care of rodents and pests at your home or business. Locally owned and operated, Orkin creates a custom pest plan specifically for you. Orkin can help eliminate and control mice, bed bugs, ants, roaches, stinging insects, and cockroaches, just to name a few. Remember, they're not happy until you're happy, so visit Orkin.com for a free estimate and trust the only pest control service the Dragons trust, Orkin. Now, if they could just control sea wolves and Thunderbirds.
Welcome back here in the Air Force Heating and Air pregame show. Tom Callahan, joined by Drew Peirce, says we're looking forward to tonight's clash between the Carolina Thunderbirds, get it right this time, and the Columbus River Dragons. It is easy to call them the Hurricanes, but it is also easy to know how important this game is here tonight. The River Dragons and the Thunderbirds, game 2 of a 4-game stretch to wrap up the FPHL regular season schedule against one another. The next 2 games will be next weekend, Friday at Carolina, Saturday, which is Fan Appreciation Night here in Columbus. And fans, not only do you want to be here tonight, because, boy, I tell you what, after the way last night ended, tonight is going to be something. But on Fan Appreciation Night, there's going to be giveaways, prizes, contests, all kinds of fun stuff going on. The River Dragons are really going to blow it out, and there's a lot of surprises in the hopper. Let me just tell you that. So you want to be here. It's going to be a blast, and we're looking forward to having everybody down for that regular season finale on April 15th. And, Drew, a game that may very well still mean quite a bit in the standings.
Yeah, it seems like those games are going to mean a ton for us in the standings coming down the stretch here.
River Dragons will start the first round of the playoffs after that. Single game River Dragons playoff tickets will go on sale Monday, April 17th. But don't miss your chance to get in ahead of the general public for playoff tickets now. Purchase your exclusive 7-game playoff pack. Lock in your seats for every home playoff game as the River Dragons march toward the Commissioner's Cup. Playoff package is on sale now through the River Dragons front office only by calling 706-507-4625. 507-4625. For more information, see our playoff ticket FAQ on ourdragons.com. Now, if you're here at the game tonight or you're coming down, maybe you're listening on your way in, you can also see a River Dragons representative about purchasing a playoff pack as well. 7 games, because that is the maximum number of home games the River Dragons could potentially host. And those games go on sale to the general public Monday, April 17th. So if you buy before then, you lock in your same seat, same everything for the entirety of the Commissioner's Cup playoff run. Let's take a look at the Zelmo Zippin' out-of-town scoreboard. Zelmo's has been fueling life's passions since 1999. Binghamton absolutely destroyed Delaware yesterday. So far, they're scoreless about halfway through the first period of that game. Also just getting underway at the top of the hour, Elmira and Danbury, and they have not quite dropped the puck on that one yet. Might be a little bit of a delay there. Port Huron and Watertown getting underway at the bottom of the hour, and the Motor City Rockers are in Central Time tonight taking on the Mississippi Seawolves, who pulled off a big win last night, Drew.
They did. It was really big.
And Motor City, it didn't put away. They could, with 2 points, put away third place. Haven't done it. And, you know, you always wonder about teams not wanting to catch teams at the right time or not wanting to cool off. Depending on how Motor City finishes here, now you might have to ask the question, boy, they got hot for a while there. They were playing so much better, but was that what they had? You know, and then are they running out of gas? Now, it's always interesting to see how these play off.
They did get hot there, but Mississippi is also hot coming down the stretch. So it's really a tale of two good teams there in that series.
It's really nice to see how Mississippi's grown this year.
It is.
We like seeing that, especially for an expansion team. And I know Seawolves fans get a little bit of a teasing from us here, but you know what? Seriously, we do really like to see the growth of hockey, growth of the game, and it's good to see a good hockey town like Biloxi, Mississippi, get a hockey team back. And so good luck to the Seawolves there. In the NHL, we had some matinee action earlier today. And speaking of the Carolina Hurricanes, they lost 4-3 to the Buffalo Sabres. How about Casey Middlestat with a pair in that one? Pittsburgh Penguins knocked off the Detroit Red Wings 5-1. Sidney Crosby, 32nd and 33rd goal. And if I remember correctly, I think he's hit 1,500 points in the NHL now. So congratulations to Sid. Stars took a shootout to beat the Golden Knights 2-1. Oilers 6-1 over the Sharks. That one was just a pasting. Game's going on right now. Coyotes 3-2 at the end of 2 over the Ducks. Panthers and Caps are scoreless in the first. Also scoreless in the first are the Rangers and Blue Jackets. Preds and Jets, Canadians and Maple Leafs. Senators with an early 1-0 lead over the Tampa Bay Lightning. Just 30 seconds in, Drake Batherson has scored to give the Sens the lead. Coming up later, you got Flyers at Islanders, Blues at Wild, Devils at Bruins, Flames at Canucks, Hawks at Kraken, Avalanche at the Kings. Drew, do you like trivia nuggets?
Sure.
Okay, here's a trivia nugget for you today. Yesterday, there were no games in the NHL.
Right.
Today, since the expansion to bring Seattle into the league to get to 32 teams is the first time in league history all 32 teams have been playing on the same day.
Wow, that's nearly unheard of.
It is kind of odd.
Yeah.
Especially with everybody having a day off yesterday.
Yeah, coming out of a day off, that is interesting there. I've never seen that before.
And so everybody in action, first time that's ever happened. And then in the college hockey world, the national championship is tonight. That'll be at 8 o'clock. Coming up about 45 minutes from now, Quinnipiac and Minnesota face off for college hockey supremacy for this year. All right, coming up next, we have our chat with head coach Jerome Bichard. Stick around for that. Then Drew and I back for the drop of the puck. River Dragons and the Carolina Thunderbirds. Stay tuned. Plenty more coming your way. This is the Air Force Heating and Air pregame show on River Dragons Hockey.
Complete Tire and Service, located at 3109 Victory Drive in Columbus, is the perfect place to take care of everything your vehicle needs. From preventive maintenance to alignments, brakes, oil changes, and more, your friends at Complete Tire and Service have you covered. Need tires? Buy 3, get 1 free for passenger vehicles. Call 706-321-8133 to set up your appointment. 321-8133. Complete Tire and Service on the web at ctstires.com.
Hydrolife Therapy in Old Town is your one-stop recovery shop to get you back to 100%. With IV therapy treatments, cryotherapy, and compression therapy all under one roof. Hydrolife treatments are packed with nutrients to increase energy and boost your immune system. Join the IV League today for the most affordable way to feel better, look better, and start accomplishing more. Online at hydrolifetherapy.com/Columbus. Hydrolife Therapy. Start living your best life.
Hey, sports fans, it's game time. There's no better time to make sure your heating and air system is working like it should. As the official air conditioning sponsor of the Columbus River Dragons, we're excited to be able to offer you our special $69 tune-up offer. With an Air Force tune-up, a certified and trained technician will perform a comprehensive inspection and duct inspection. This can help reduce utility costs and prevent costly repairs. Schedule your tune-up today. Call 706-813-1935. We're always here when you need us. Air Force Heating and Air.
We know that juicy, cheesy, grilled to perfection burger sounds amazing, but it does sound like something is missing. Pepsi, baby! The yin to this burger's yang. Burgers and Pepsi go together like burgers and Pepsi. This perfect blending of flavors makes every bite of lettuce, every sesame seed on the bun, and every sip of that crisp, refreshing, ice-cold cola a journey to Foodtopia. Burgers, better with Pepsi.
Welcome back in the Air Force Heating and Air pregame show. We're joined by head coach Jerome Bichard. Coach, 3-2 in a shootout last night over the Carolina Thunderbirds. Looking back, give us your thoughts on the 65 minutes plus.
Yeah, you know what? It was a really good playoff game, playoff attitude, their energy out there. I thought the guys played played pretty well. We played a whole lot more physical than we have in the past, and I love that. I think we didn't get rewarded for some of the stuff, how we played. Obviously, Babic played well and made some big saves. I thought we limited them to, Cogs made a couple big saves, but I mean, I thought we eliminated a lot of their run and gun stuff. So all in all, pretty happy with the outcome.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you because I knew you were saying kind of heading into last night, some guys really needed to show you that they wanted to stay in the lineup. Do you feel like you were getting the efforts you were looking for?
Yeah, no, I mean, there's not one guy that didn't give me everything they had last night. I thought the Aldworth, Wickline, and Doe were really buzzing. Aldi could have had a couple, and Dozer had a couple good looks too. So I thought they played well. Everybody had some really good opportunities. Some of the negatives, I thought we kind of sped the game up and slowed it down at the right times. There was some times when we did slow it down that, time is your enemy, and you slow it down and then you make a soft play because you have a little bit of time and you're trying to set up, and we just didn't execute that open pass for whatever reason. You just put it in an area and you miss the guy by 10 feet. That's unacceptable. But other than that, I thought we played great.
Then taking a look ahead to this evening, first question would be, do you plan on changing the lineup at all, rotating anyone in?
Yeah, you know what? Again, I've been saying it. We got the horses in the stable just ready to go. And you know what? Keeping the lineup the same. As much as I'd like to get a couple guys in here, I think playing back-to-back and getting some continuity with the guys that are going, I think that's important. So, hopefully we can get some guys in here next week.
Well, I know you also have guys in that room who have either been a part of Carolina or have their own personal reasons for wanting to stick it to Carolina and really go out there. Christian Pavlos is probably the newest example of that.
Yeah, no, Pavs will go tonight, so he'll get the opportunity to shut his old team down and his buddies down over there. And again, we just got to continue to frustrate them, give them nothing. Make sure we take their time and space away. Make sure we're bumping and grinding them and not letting them get into that run and gun style that they like to play.
Well, that was definitely a good lead into keys to the game. Anything you want to add on to that one?
No, I think one thing on top of that is again, we need to play disciplined. I thought Greco picked the right time to go at Schnapp, and Schnapp wasn't ready for it. And it was probably a long time coming for that. And it was perfect timing, and it didn't cost us anything. And that's exactly what we need.
All right, Coach, thanks. Best of luck tonight.
You bet. Thank you.
Back with the drop of the puck in just a moment. This is River Dragons Hockey. River Dragons Hockey.
The Jersey Shop specializes in screen printing, embroidery, direct-to-garment printing, and vinyl heat-press lettering and numbering. We provide custom t-shirts for any occasion and have a graphic designer on staff to make the logos or graphics needed to make your shirts unique. We pride ourselves on being able to deliver orders of any size at low, competitive cost with no minimum quantity. That's why the River Dragons trust the Jersey Shop for all of their uniform needs. Call 706-565-4245. That's 565-4245.
For Beam, community isn't just a place, it's a state of mind. We believe that when we care together, work together, and even cheer for our favorite teams together, we are closer to what counts. Beam has been improving the way we connect since 1964, not just with technology, but with our communities and with each other, because at Beam, community is not just a place, it's the way we do business. Beam, bringing East Alabama more. It's in our name.
Hello there, my name is Seychelle, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the punch of flavors that's unlike any other. You get the crispy tenderness of the chicken and that hint of sourness from the pickles. Ta-da!
Hey, I'm Juan, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is you're gonna get chicken that's crispy, golden, and juicy. This is the gold standard of chicken sandwiches.
Order the original Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich on the Chick-fil-A app today. Real customers paid for their testimonials.
So you've got projects to do around your home. You got Harvey Lumber for that. You've decided to finally get that large deck built in the back for family fun and entertaining like you've been dreaming about for so long. You got Harvey Lumber for that. From replacing a few boards to replacing all the windows to building from the ground up, you've got Harvey Lumber for that. It's kind of like that old saying, there's an app for that. Well, whatever you need in the way of building supplies, there's been a Harvey Lumber for that in the Chattahoochee Valley for over 150 years. Harvey Lumber Company, 815th Street, open Monday through Friday, 7 to 5.
It's time for River Dragons hockey. Tonight's game is brought to you by Sun South, Hydra Live, Mr. Sparky, Express Printing, BioLife Plasma, Pepsi, Vector Ply, Zelmo Zip-In, Houston Clinic, Columbus Diagnostic, Kinetic Credit Union, IGH Properties, Trivoli's, Shredaway, Nuke's Eatery, West Georgia Oral and Facial Surgery, Victory Land, Wade Cleaners, and PMB Broadcasting. Now let's start the game with the voice of River Dragons hockey, Tom Callahan.
Back here just in time. We're about to go down to the ice for tonight's moment of silence and then our national anthem.
River Dragons, thank you. Now remain standing, hands over hearts, and join us in singing of our national anthem, performed tonight by Krista Haber.
And so ready to go from the Harvey Lumber press box. Tom Callahan, Drew Peirce here with you at the Columbus Civic Center. Harvey Lumber has been serving the Chattahoochee Valley for over 150 years. Our thanks to Harvey Lumber and all of our fine sponsors. It is Sponsor Appreciation Night. You want to see some of our other fine sponsors? Well, don't forget your free Fire and Ice digital program for every home game, available at rdragons.com. Or if you're in the building, there is a QR code you can scan here and get a copy of that as well. So download that digital program. Right now, the newest volume featuring number 7, Paul Frasio, on the cover. River Dragons hockey brought to you in part by Country Inn & Suites, the official host hotel of the River Dragons. By Pepsi, the official soft drink of the Columbus River Dragons. Zelmo Zip-In, the official fuel provider of the Columbus River Dragons. Air Force Heating and Cooling, the official heating and air company of the River Dragons. And Wade Cleaners, the official cleaners of Scorch and Torch. River Dragons rolling left to right in front of the Harvey Lumber press box for period number 1, wearing the special Chattahoochee crossover jerseys here tonight. Drew, what are you underlining as keys to the game?
I'm hoping we have fast, high-output offense tonight. We really need that, and especially we need good defense as well, but our offense needs to take it to Carolina early here.
So the River Dragons in the white jerseys with the Chattahoochee blue and orange colors and player nicknames on the back here tonight. That's why Carolina is in the black jerseys here. River Dragons will control the puck at center. Back after it is Greco. He'll leave it off onto the near side. And it'll be Lane King out there. King out with Jemayeff and Storjahan to start this out. Greco and LaBelle on defense. By the way, for those of you curious, there were no suspensions handed out from the game last night. Of course, there was a question as to whether or not Rowe would get one for his boarding on Tristan Petrie. And, of course, when Schnapp was kicked out of the game yesterday, a couple of incidents off the ice, but nothing coming for those, and so they are both eligible to be in the lineup here tonight. Talk about starting goaltenders in just a moment as Christian Pavlos, nifty little backhand between the skates there.
He's known for his good stick handling.
He is a really good stick handling goaltender. He's picked up a couple of helpers already this year. And that one, I've never seen a goalie go between the legs like that, though.
I haven't either, I don't think.
Little pitch and catch in the neutral zone here right now. Two teams. Definitely a feeling out process in the early going here. Yesterday developed into some serious playoff intensity. Now there's a centering feed in front. Pavlos is going to reach out and cover it. And he'll hang on. So let's talk about the starting goaltenders tonight. It is Christian Pavlos with a 6-2-2 record, .896 save percentage, 3.21 goals against average for the River Dragons, and a shutout to his credit. And once again, as it was last night, Boris Babik in net for the Thunderbirds, 15-6-2 with a .906, 3.29 goals against average, and one shutout to his credit as well. Face off will be coming up to the left.
And we got a scrap.
Here we go. We got Rowe is going to have to answer to Rogers. So no suspension, but instead, Rogers is going to jump in there and defend his teammate and his D partner, Petrie. Rogers trying to get the right free. Rowe's got him tied up pretty good. Here, Rogers has a right. Rowe goes for a right, but Rogers caught him and knocked him down.
That was decisive. Rogers really isn't known for fighting. I haven't seen that much for him.
Oh, my goodness. Rogers dropped him like a hot rock. That was a solid landing.
It was.
And you know what? Rogers standing up for Petrie, his defensive partner. And if there was a guy, and again, Rogers, not known for the fighting. You would have thought, okay, maybe that's a Greco or, somebody else who's a little bit bigger. But Rogers has shown in the second half of this year, he's willing to do what it takes.
And it really gets his big crowd going tonight, too, as well.
Absolutely. So we get 5 for fighting for both of them, and pretty early on here. And so the River Dragons find themselves hopefully with a little momentum on their side early here. Thunderbirds trying to move that puck onto the zone. They'll get it to center. Hussey will go to the right side. Grebenikov off his skate, kicked it past Kelly. Vanelli got it to Kelly. Right side, Frasio back up the wall. And Petrantonio will dump it in. Fired around the far side and out to the left point. Off the skate of Vanelli. He'll keep it in. Wanted to get it back to Moore, but it was cut off along the way. And now, back up the left wing side, charging in with a shot. Keplinger, that one is shouldered off. And pushed the other way by the River Dragons. Pavlos pretty solid on the near post. Now turned over again. Here's Keplinger right back in on the left side. Again, he'll try a longer shot. That time he missed entirely. Rebound kicked almost right in front. Now turn over in the high slot. A shot blocked by Greco. It took so long for the shot to get off that Greco actually spun around 180 and took it in the back. Now Jemayeff just Storjahan with a shot off the dasher. Jemayeff tried to backhand and he couldn't corral it. It ended up behind the goal. Back the other way, here come the Thunderbirds. 3 minutes in, it opens up a little bit here. No score in the early going. Both teams trading some chances. That one will not be icing. Sent down into the Thunderbirds' end. We drew the feeling out process lasted up until that fight.
It did, and you can really see both teams are trying to get it going offensively. It's just who's going to make the mistake defensively and give up a goal here.
So the River Dragons right now in a spot where they're a little bit more in the driver's seat. If you're just joining us here, this is the second to last weekend of the regular season. These two teams will play again twice next weekend, but this is the 1-2 battle for the Continental Division. River Dragons have a 2-point edge, and they need 4 total points to lock out the Thunderbirds. Puck dumped it on Pavlos. He'll catch it and hold.
And Pavlos can get his stick back from the corner there. He was playing with the defenseman's stick.
I just noticed that now. He's getting a fresh one from the bench. Looks like that one might have been discarded because it was broken.
I'm surprised those big goal sticks don't break more often. As many shots as get shot at them.
I think they make them a little more sturdy for just that reason. But I will say this, even when they went to the one-pieces, and we see how often the player one-pieces break, I wondered how much more substantial the goaltender ones were. And at first, they were making them where the top part would be the one-piece material and the bottom would still be some kind of hybrid, but the balance wasn't right. Here's Aldworth weaving his way in through traffic, in on goal, sticked away by Babick. Yeah, the River Dragons trying to keep the pressure on, puck high in the zone. Wheeling to his left, Wickline with a shot, tipped on goal. Babick, an awkward save, but he got a pad to it as it's cleared back down the ice. This will be an icing call.
Speaking of sponsor night, Tom,
yes.
Did Air Force turn the air conditioning on in here, or is it just cold today?
Well, as we know from our WTVM weather that we got yesterday from Elsie, we do know it is chilly. And I will say this. I'm kind of comfortable with it.
I am too. The ice is much better too.
But I mean, I'm wearing a suit, so I got a coat on, But if it isn't comfortable in your house, you should call Air Force Heating and Air. And they have there's a chance in front. A shot diving over Babick to his right to make the save. Let's finish that line. Air Force Heating and Air has a preventative maintenance plan that's right for your home and your budget. There's a shot in front on Pavlos, sprawling to his right. He makes the save the other way. Now Wickline back again. Babick dove to his right to make a stop. Pavlos got a right pad out there. The two teams just trading chances right now, and it's so early in this game.
Both goaltenders are playing excellent out of the gate here.
And for Christian Pavlos, 2019 goaltender of the year with the Carolina Thunderbirds. There's a shot and a right pad save. Kelly, the rebound kicked all the way out to center. But you know that Pavlos has something to prove against his former team. He wants to beat these guys. And he is a competitor. And knows what it takes to win a championship. And again, that 2019 season was a magical one. But a lot of those Thunderbirds are here now. On the right side, here's Moore driving wide. Moore in tight, feeds it in front. Oh, Kelly had a stick checked at the last minute. Back come the Thunderbirds, 2-on-2, in on the left side. Ford with a shot. It was tipped and goes in. I think that one went off the underside of the stick on Greco. But it fools Pavlos low to the glove side, and Carolina takes advantage of a break, and they're up 1-0.
Bad break for the Dragons there. They just really need to rebound and get those offensive chances.
And sometimes, indeed, those are the breaks. The deflection there benefits Gus Ford, the league's leading goal scorer and recently crowned MVP. As Ford nets his league-leading 46th goal of the year. Keplinger and Boutier to the assists on that goal. Boy, that one hurts early on. But the River Dragons have had their chances. They're going to take an icing here? No, they wave it off. Here's Krupp up on the right side, trying to push into the corner. Puck center towards the slot. Storjahan on the near wall. And it's kicked away from him out to center by Zylec. Zylec pushing on. Panachik now, penalty coming up against the River Dragons. A hooking call will put Carolina on the power play when we come back. Thunderbirds lead it 1-0, 6:08 into the first. This is River Dragons hockey.
Spring has sprung. From mowing and mulching to planting and hauling, tackle any job that comes your way with quality John Deere equipment from Sun South. And during our spring sales event at Sun South, save more on our great selection of John Deere tractors and mowers with store-wide specials and financing as low as 0.9%. So why wait another season to do more on your property? For quality John Deere equipment, come see us during our spring sales event at Sun South. Equipment for those that do.
Offers expire April 29, 2023. Restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
River Dragons hockey is more fun in a group. Come celebrate your birthday, anniversary, reunion, and more. Get 10 or more people together to enjoy the best available seating, a special VIP entrance, group recognition at the game, a visit from Scorch or Torch, and more. Plus, you can add on options like Chuck-a-Pucks, souvenir hats or pucks, and even a team gear shopping spree. Groups of 30 or more get a post-game photo on the ice. Group perks are only available through the River Dragons office by calling 706-507-4625.
Jake Group into the box for hooking as we come back here. Puts Carolina on the first power play of the game. 6:08 into the opening frame. Carolina has a 1-0 lead on a Gus Ford goal. Tom Callahan joined by Drew Peirce here. Face-off coming up in the River Dragons zone. So on to the first Franklin Financial penalty kill. Personal loans at the speed of life. Well, Drew, a little bit of a bad break there on that goal that was deflected in past Pavlos, and now the River Dragons have to kill off a penalty early on. Now, they have the top-ranked penalty kill in the FPHL, but, boy, you don't want to put yourself behind the 8 ball early.
No, you don't, and you really want to just play your game. Don't try to push too hard right now with just one goal up there for Carolina. You want to even it up.
Carolina will go to work setting it up. There's a shot from the point, tipped on the way through, ends up in the near side corner. Puck is kept in up top. Pastuca feeding it onto the right side. Down into the corner. Panachik cycling it back up top on the right wing into the slot. There's a shot. Pavlos will gobble that one up. Hussey just kind of shoveled it towards the net quickly, trying to get rid of it, but Pavlos was out on the angle. Rowe and Rogers return after their scrap early on. Wickline out there along with Doe, Greco, and LaBelle on this penalty kill. Face off to Pavlos' left. Tied up in the circle. And now the River Dragons are going to be able to push this ahead, and LaBelle's going to have man the puck. He breaks through a check, coming in with a wrister. Babick a glove save. He'll play it aside, try to keep it moving.
Both teams are trading chances here earlier, back and forth.
Interesting to see Josh LaBelle jump on his horse there and take off for a chance shorthanded. River Dragons, though, do have the most shorthanded goals in the league coming into the game. Here's Zylec at the left point. Now working his way back up. Pastuca feeds it on to the right side. A chance in front. Tip just wide on the stick side of Pavlos. Puck in the near corner. Hussey plays it around to the left point. Pastuca feeds it over to the right side. A little pass into space for Zylec. He was tied up immediately by Wickline. Puck free. Dozer pokes at it. That's what it says on the back of his jersey. Austin Doe out there. And now Carolina recovers. A pass up top. Went off a skate and out of the zone. Well, that was a good deflection right there off Greco and out. Right back in on the left side. Carolina pushing in as they change it up, but nice push up top from Storjahan. Both Pastuca and the puck went out over the blue line. Time ticking down to the power play. Just 14 seconds to go for the Thunderbirds. 1-0 Carolina in the lead. 8 minutes into the first. Grebenikov will loop back with it. And oh, he ran into his own man. Storjahan racing back as he and Ford collided. And the puck ends up in the corner, but the River now Storjahan's going
coming up.
as he just hit Grebenikov from behind. So the River Dragons right back to being shorthanded.
Can't take bad penalties.
No, that was a bad penalty. Shot in wide of the River Dragons net. Storjahan with a touch, but he's going into the box. I know Grebenikov turned, but you can't make that hit.
No, you can't.
And they call it cross-checking. 8:27. Crowd doesn't like it, but you got to make that call. I'm sorry.
You do, and it really puts the River Dragons at a disadvantage because we got to kill yet another penalty off.
Although they did look good, Drew.
They did.
And they got a successful Abercrombie bonding penalty kill out of it. But now they're right back on that first Franklin Financial penalty kill at 8:27. 1-0 Carolina in the lead. Believe it or not, the only team that had a shot during that Carolina power play was Columbus.
Wow.
Carolina 0 for 1 in the power play without a shot here. Still looking to get one on net. Haven't done that with this man advantage, and they won't do it here either. Swung around to the left point, but not out. Kept in by Pastuca. Schnapp into the slot, feeds the left side. Left point, Pastuca over to the right side. Wrist shot coming in. Save made. Pavlos. Rebound. He stopped that as well. Puck up top. There's another chance blocked by traffic in front. Pastuca will feed it over, get it right back on the left side. Bouncing at his skates, he'll feed it on the backhand behind the net.
We've got a fire drill in front of the net right now. We really need to clear it out.
There's a chance in on goal. Vanelli made a skate save on that long attempt. Puck left off in the cycle. Schnapp. It ends up fed to the right point. Now back left side. Pastuca lets it go. That one deflected wide. Schnapp on the left side corner. Knocked away by Vanelli. Boy, Vanelli's having a great shift here right now. River Dragons pressuring up top. Moore trying to push it out. Kept in. It wraps around behind the net. Frazier jammed it back free to the near side. Vanelli over after it, trying to chip it past his man. Keplinger on it far side. Loops tried to feed it up top. Petrantonio blocked the pass with a skate. Ends up at the right point. Ford to the near dot. Pastuca feeds it back across. Far dot. Wrist shot. Save made. Pablos puck free. And they score. No, they wave it off. River Dragons clear. Carolina thought it went in. The referee immediately and emphatically waved it off. I didn't think that went in.
I didn't think it went in either.
The goal light, and we have offside at the River Dragons line. The goal light didn't go on. The referee waved it off, and I know we're way up here in the press box, but that did not look like it went in.
I didn't see it go in the net.
I think Carolina just maybe trying to go with the power of suggestion. This offside brought to you by Old School Barber Shop. They're online at oldschoolbarber.com. As that draw one right back into the River Dragons bench. We'll do it again. If your sides are a little off, check out Old School Barber Shop. Book online 24/7 for your next appointment, or online through their Facebook and their Instagram. Yeah, we didn't like that face-off either. Let's try it again. River Dragons have 28 seconds left to kill off in this second First Franklin financial penalty kill. Dumped in by the Thunderbirds. Around it goes to the right side. Here's Zylec. Fed back up towards the right point. Ends up to the left side now. Firth feeding it down to the corner to Rowe. Banks it around to the far side. Zylec on the right half wall. Back down to Rowe. Rowe. Left point Firth, a shot. Pablos out to make the save, and he does the Snow Angel to cover the puck. 3 seconds to go in the man advantage for the River Dragons, for the penalty kill for the River Dragons. When we come back, Carolina's got a 1-0 lead. 9:36 to go in this Sun South John Deere first period. Back with more in a moment. It's River Dragons hockey.
Columbus, Georgia is considered by some as the hockey town of the South, boasting pro hockey since 1996. But 80 years before that first puck drop, another Chattahoochee Valley favorite got its start, Piggly Wiggly. Come on down to find a great selection of fresh meats and produce for your family's next meal or your next tailgate. We're proud to root for the hometown River Dragons because we've been the hometown team since forever. Piggly Wiggly, down home, down the street.
Spring has sprung. From mowing and mulching to planting and hauling, tackle any job that comes your way with quality John Deere equipment from Sun South. And during our spring sales event at Sun South, save more on our great selection of John Deere tractors and mowers with store-wide specials and financing as low as 0.9%. So why wait another season to do more on your property? For quality John Deere equipment, come see us during our spring sales event at Sun South. Equipment for those that do.
Offers expire April 29, 2023. Restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
9:36 to go here in the first period. Tom Callahan, Drew Peirce here with you. 1-0 Carolina. The River Dragons shorthanded for the next 3 seconds here. Second power play of the night for the Thunderbirds. Drew, it's not that they haven't had chances, but Pavlos has been solid.
It's not. Pavlos has been solid in that, and this penalty kill has been solid.
Face-off is spun into the corner, fed towards that left point, but out of the box is Storjahan. And that's another Abercrombie Vonning successful penalty kill. Puck sent down the ice. Will it be icing here? No. King after it, and King's going to force a turnover. Look at his center. That one was blocked by the D. Storjahan on the bouncing puck near side. Stops. Now he'll flip it around the wall. Rogers at the right point. Looking in, wrist shot, Babic saved. Doesn't have the rebound. Thought he did. Puck in the high slot and is played off Jamaeff and out. Rogers chips into space right side again. Storjahan going in, leaves up high. Jamaeff a shot, left pad, save Babic. Swept to the right point. Rogers cannot keep it in. They'll force it back in. River Dragons change it up. Carolina will take its time on the regroup. 8:45 left in the first. Stretch pass through center, found nobody. Greco took it from LaBelle, now left side Petrantonio. Around the rim it goes, right side corner to Moore. Moore in front, Petrantonio couldn't get a stick on it. Puck up the middle, Keplinger able to knock it out. Kelly racing back into the River Dragons end. Flips it across to Moore, Moore into space. Petrantonio by himself with a screen, a shot. Oh, dangerous deflection there, almost beat Babic. Puck at the right point, Greco steps up on his man, but the puck escapes. Rowe back on the left side, in on LaBelle one-on-one, and LaBelle won that battle. Oh, that absolutely textbook. Not only did he take the puck
and
away,
the referee throws a check there.
he knocked the man down. Kyle Moore with a word to the ref on his way off. Sometimes you just run into a linesman.
Can't get out of the way all the time.
And they are considered part of the game. If anything, a puck deflects off them or anything, they're considered part of it. Breaking in with a shot. Aldworth sent it high on the glove side. He's got that little burst of speed where he just gets around deep.
Does, and he turns it on when he needs to.
Pavlos will feed it up the left side. Aldworth looking ahead towards Wickline. He caught the pass. Doe coming to the net. Wickline to Doe. Back to Wickline. Babic, an incredible right pad save. Frazio going for the rebound. Gets cleaned out in front. And here we go.
You knew it was coming.
Frazio really wants to get after Keplinger, who wants no part of him.
What we don't need to do is here take an extra penalty that
right,
down a man.
And Frazio saying that he got cross-checked by Keplinger in the face, and that's why he was so irate, wanted to get a piece of Keplinger. Frazio's going to go to the box, and Keplinger's going to get away with it. They give Frazio 2 for high sticking. I don't agree with that. I think you take both.
Yeah, you got to take both there because now we're at a disadvantage.
And that's exactly what Josh Petrantonio is arguing with the referee. It's like, how do you not take Keplinger for coming in, cleaning out Frazio and cleaning him out high with a stick? Yeah, I don't understand that one. I know the retaliation gets called a lot, but I mean, I still don't understand how there weren't suspensions handed out from yesterday, but what do I know? So high sticking the call against Frazio. And more importantly, Drew, the news here is that it's the third Carolina Thunderbirds power play. You cannot keep putting Carolina on the power play.
It is. Eventually it's going to connect, and if we keep doing this, we're going to be down by 2.
And interesting that when I was talking in the pregame show to Coach Bichard, he named a lot of things right before keys to the game. I said, well, that's a nice lead into keys, and he kind of laughed. He's like, boy, I'm putting discipline on top of that. The River Dragons trying to go break the other way. Shorthanded chances broken up, though, as Ford got back. But discipline right there. I know Frazio's mad. I know he's angry.
But don't take the bad penalty.
And part of it is the continuance of it. Maybe you get your one shot in. Well, maybe they let both guys go. And I know you're mad, but you got to take a number and get back to guys sometimes. And it's hard to do when you're frustrated, you're in the moment, you're fired up. River Dragons send it down. Babic has to make a save on that clear by Rogers. Carolina steps back in on the right side. Then wheel off on the right wing wall. And instead, taken away there. Wickline in space. Couldn't clear it past Ford. Ford keeps it in. Panachik in the right side corner with it. Up top to Ford at the right point. Into the slot. A backhand try poked away by Pavlos. Zylec on it again. Left side corner. Left point, Pastuca. Ford, right half wall, Panachik. Tried to thread it through. That was blocked, and out of the zone it goes. Everybody changing it up here. So Locke got into it with LaBelle behind the play before he got off the ice. Thunderbirds will try the left side here. They get to the line, but pushed away from Butita. And now Jemayev trying to swing free for a chance, but Firth able to reach back and just get that puck out of there. 5:38 and rolling to go in the first. 1-0 Carolina, down to 15 seconds to go in the man advantage for the Thunderbirds. Swung in, and it caroms right in front. Played aside by Pavlos. LaBelle will send it down. That's the end of the power play. As onto the box comes Frazier. Frazier ends up with a puck right out of the box. Going to push it across, but back in come the Thunderbirds. Keplinger in with a chance, blocked. Rebound chance sent wide of the goal. For the left pointers, Firth. And in front, that's glove down. Pavlos will hold on. 5:04 to go in this first period. Shots are 9-8 in favor of the River Dragons, despite the fact that it's been Columbus shorthanded 3 times. And, Drew, you have to expect at some point that power play pendulum will swing back the other way.
You do, and you hope it does quickly, because putting us on the penalty kill all the time is putting a lot of pressure on the defense and Christian Pavlos in the net to really keep it out of there.
River Dragons, and I mean, there's nothing more taxing in a hockey game than killing a penalty. It's constant motion, constant movement, stop, start. So hopefully the River Dragons are going to be able to play at least 5-on-5. There's a quick shot by Ford right off the face-off. Off the tip of the mid of Pavlos into the corner. River Dragons again trying to use the glass to get it out, and Vanelli is up, throws a check on the glass, near side. Ford pushing it along, but now an odd man rush back the other way for Carolina, pushing into the right side, a feed up top for Hussey. That was knocked away in the slot. Puck still there, a chance in on Pavlos, and it's taken away out of danger on the near side. Vanelli got back to help out, but for a minute there it was almost a 4-on-1.
It was. We can't get defensively lax against the Thunderbirds.
River Dragons had a moment yesterday where they went to sleep and it resulted in a goal off a 3-on-0. Right now it's 1-0 Carolina. Here comes Aldworth. Aldworth inside out. Tried to get around Grebennikov, who rode him out. But the puck turned back over Aldworth, but now he lost it in space, and now a lead ahead too far for Rowe. Just missed him. Rogers back after the puck. Turns it up that near side wall. It's tipped out to center by Moore. Grebennikov will throw it back in. It bounces wide of Pavlos into the far corner. Here's Rogers. Rogers on the right side to Moore. 3:43 to go in the first. Here's Kelly in on the right wing with a wrist shot. Missed on the stick side. Around to the left point it comes. Held in there by Petrie. Moore waiting on the left wall, but didn't see the stick lift coming from behind. Keplinger stole it away, and he'll wedge it down the ice. Pavlos out to play it around the glass. Coughed it up. Shot in front, pinballs up to the point. That chance also blocked on the way through. Bioni couldn't thread it through. He gets it back again. That one was blocked as Moore got in the way. Now Petrantonio will drive the left side. Lost it in his skates. Turn the other way to Keplinger, who's waving, and he'll head for a change here in a moment. Gets it around the right side to Zylec, but Zylec missed the puck. Now Storjahan pushing ahead. Weaving at the line, just gets it in over the line. Had the puck taken away as he got hooked up there. Jemayev up on the forecheck. Tried to pressure Firth. He gets it ahead. And that one turned over. Right at center ice, banked the other way. LaBelle stepping up. LaBelle left side. In over the line, puts it towards the goal. Babic will stick it away. Ends up in the near corner. Storjahan from the dot, a shot. That one off the mitt. Babic, left point, LaBelle, a long shot, floats wide to the near post. Greco down for the right point, can't keep it in. 2:20 to go in the first, 1-0 Carolina. River Dragons on the regroup. Turned over to Carolina, though. 3-on-2 developing. Well, now 3-on-3 as the River Dragons were mixed up on a change there. And that was Lane King able to get back defensively and take it away. 2 minutes to go here in this first period. Greco steps up to push his man off the puck. Greco, nice job in the battle with Zylec there to use the body. Dumped in by Doe to the right side. He'll chase after it behind the net. Firth try to push that one around. Wickline up after it. But again, Carolina able to move it down. That puck deflected right in on Pavlos. No icing. He'll leave it aside for Vanelli, who loops out the net. Gets it ahead. Too far for Wickline. Again, Carolina recovers, but they turn it over at center. And now Columbus will feed it back to the D. Vanelli on the right side. He'll walk in. Over the line with it. Tried to leave for Wickline, but Wickline was covered. He had to shove it into the corner. Vanelli down low. Gets it back. Kelly into the far side corner. Vanelli to the left point. Frazier forcing one down low. Babick way out to play it. Swings it around the glass. It died in the corner off a stanchion. Now it's pushed out. Bazrin ahead for the Thunderbirds. Kelly caught him from behind. Forced a turnover. Here's Aldworth. Moving it up towards Wickline, and Wickline got cleared out by Bazrin, turning with the puck. Good hit by Bazrin there. The River Dragons forward in on the left side of the River Dragons zone. Butita with a chance in. Pavlos made a left pad save. Now the feed too far. Kelly chasing. Will he get there? No icing. Good job by Kelly to beat that one out.
The hitting is much more present tonight in the first than it was last night.
There's a shot, and Babick had to fight that one off. Rebound to the corner. Moore on the right side. He'll swing it around to the right point. Rogers, 15 seconds in the period. His shot blocked. Cleared to the line. Rogers kept it in. 7 seconds. Rogers up top with it. Lets it go. Babick will kick it out of play. 3.3 seconds ago in the first. And we will get to our final break of the period. 1-0 Carolina. Back of the war in a moment. This is River Dragons hockey.
Spring has sprung. From mowing and mulching to planting and hauling, tackle any job that comes your way with quality John Deere equipment from Sun South. And during our spring sales event at Sun South, save more on our great selection of John Deere tractors and mowers with store-wide specials and financing as low as 0.9%. So why wait another season to do more on your property? For quality John Deere equipment, come see us during our spring sales event at Sun South. Equipment for those that do.
Offers expire April 29, 2023. Restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
For Beam, community isn't just a place, it's a state of mind. We believe that when we care together, work together, and even cheer for our favorite teams together, we are closer to what counts. Beam has been improving the way we connect since 1964, not just with technology, but with our communities and with each other, because at Beam, community is not just a place, it's the way we do business. Beam, bringing East Alabama more. It's in our name.
Back here at the Columbus Civic Center. High atop the Harvey Lumber press box, Tom Callahan, Drew Peirce here with you. Great crowd on hand here tonight at the Civic Center. As we have 3.3 seconds to go in this John Deere Sun South first period. River Dragons have Lane King, and he's going to try to win this draw over. River Dragons champ, 2 players to the hash marks. King wins it. Stortingham with a shot, but it was blocked by a Thunderbirds player who hit the deck there. That was Peavy who got in the way. And so Carolina skates off with a 1-0 lead here after the opening frame. And, I mean, Drew, both teams had their chances in that first period, but I think you have to score this one not only on the board, but also maybe just on balance of play a little bit towards Carolina.
Yeah, both teams had good chances in that period, but Carolina capitalized on theirs more than the River Dragons did.
They absolutely did that. Shots are pretty close at 11-10 in favor of Carolina, but right now for the River Dragons, I think a couple of things of concern. Number one, I'm sure part of the message is going to be stay out of the box moving forward.
Yeah, we can't take bad penalties against the Thunderbirds. We can't take any penalties against the Thunderbirds, really, because they're going to take advantage of that.
Well, fortunately for the River Dragons, the penalty kill was solid in that opening frame. Christian Pavlos was very good as well, but so was Boris Babick. Let's not discount his performance again. He was great last night. A solid first period again here tonight. And you know what, Drew? I mean, the River Dragons did have some high-danger chances.
They did. They made Boris Babick work in that period. They need to continue that trend in the second.
So 20 minutes into it, we're ready to step aside and move on into our Chick-fil-A first period intermission report. Kyle Moore will be joining us here in just a moment, so stay tuned. That's on the other side of the break. Plus the Zelmo zipping out of town scoreboard and a breakdown of that first period scoring and a look inside the numbers. We're back. 20 minutes in the books. Carolina 1, Columbus nothing. This is River Dragons hockey.
Hello there. My name is Seychelle, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the punch of flavors that's unlike any other. You get the crispy tenderness of the chicken and that hint of sourness from the pickles. Ta-da!
Hey, I'm Juan, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is you're gonna get chicken that's crispy, golden, and juicy. This is the gold standard of chicken sandwiches.
Order the original Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich on the Chick-fil-A app today. Real customers paid for their testimonials.
At Mr. Sparky, we're America's on-time electrician. We all count on our home's electrical outlets to provide us the power we need when we need it. But sometimes an overloaded circuit can lead to a blown outlet, so leave it to the pros at Mr. Sparky. We'll get it done right and get it done safely. Call now for $50 off electrical repairs.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8 Sparky.
Limitations and restrictions may apply. Independently owned and operated. Licensed in the respective state or county.
Oral and maxillofacial surgeons Mark Sawicki, Lee Allen practice a traditional scope of oral and maxillofacial surgery with over 60 years of combined expertise, ranging from oral pathology to wisdom tooth removal. They perform a full range of dental implant and bone grafting procedures, as well as non-invasive surgical facial cosmetic procedures. That level of expertise is why the River Dragons trust them. Call them in Columbus at 596-1757 or in LaGrange at 884-2655.
Columbus, Georgia is considered by some as the hockey town of the South, boasting pro hockey since 1996. But 80 years before that first puck drop, another Chattahoochee Valley favorite got its start, Piggly Wiggly. Come on down to find a great selection of fresh meats and produce for your family's next meal or your next tailgate. We're proud to root for the hometown River Dragons because we've been the hometown team since forever. Piggly Wiggly, down home, down the street.
When the River Dragons have a breakdown, the puck can end up in the back of the net. But when your car has a breakdown, you need a reliable tow partner. Trust the tow company the River Dragons depend on, Tuffy's Towing. Tuffy's tows many types of vehicles in the Chattahoochee Valley. Call 706-457-0985 for a quote or go online to tuffystowing.com. Tuffy's, we tow more than just cars.
Welcome back in the Chick-fil-A First Intermission Report. We're joined by Kyle Moore right now. And Kyle, big win in the shootout last night for you guys. And I know the talk has been about, hey, the playoffs start right now for us heading into this one. Did you feel the intensity last night?
Yeah, that was definitely a high-tempo game, and it was a playoff game. A lot of throwing the body around, probably one of the better teams in the league. But at the end of the day, we won, and we're the better team, and we're in first place, and they're chasing us.
Seemed like you and your line had some pretty good jump out there as well.
Yeah, I think we're starting to click, and we know where each other are on the ice. Just got to bear down a little bit and put the puck in the back of the net.
Talk a little bit, if you will, about wrapping up this regular season. 4 in a row with Carolina. Obviously, you're in the driver's seat, and even more so now after the 2 points last night. But I imagine this is all you could ask for, is to have your destiny in your hands.
Yeah, like you said, it's playoff hockey now, so we're going to do whatever it takes to win, and we're going to lay bodies and make sure they feel it. So they're going to feel it in playoffs. So they got a lot coming for them.
Is there anything that changes for you as far as getting ready for the games, or that maybe coach has talked to you guys about? What's he preaching right now?
He's just preaching that it's playoff hockey and we got to play hard, win the battles, and do whatever it takes. We got to do whatever it takes to win, and we're willing to do that, clearly.
Also, it really helps, I imagine, to be in front of the home fans 3 out of the 4. That's nice.
Yeah, you can't beat that. We have the best fans in the league. It's nice and loud in our building, and we really appreciate you guys coming out.
All right, well, Kyle, thank you for joining us. Appreciate your time, and good luck out there.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, we'll be right back with more of the Chick-fil-A First Period Intermission Report in just a moment.
Meteorologist Elise Ushman here in the Storm Team 9 Alert Center with a look here forecast for the next couple of days as you get out from the game tonight. Cold and rainy conditions sticking around. Temperatures in the low 50s and about 50% coverage of showers and a few thunderstorms in the mix. Now the rain coverage continuing to decrease so that as you head out the door on Easter Sunday, we'll see much drier, more pleasant conditions. And that will be the case throughout the day. Temperatures on Sunday into the mid 60s. Much more sunshine in store for you. And as we head into the next work week, similar conditions will remain in place. We'll be in the mid 60s again on Monday. A few clouds in the sky, but overall starting to see just a little bit more of that sunshine. And as we head into Tuesday, same story. Staying dry, temperatures into the low 70s by Tuesday. mid-70s Wednesday, and that's when we'll start to see another chance at some showers and a few thunderstorms into Wednesday night and throughout your day on Thursday. We'll be right back on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Complete Tire and Service, located at 3109 Victory Drive in Columbus, is the perfect place to take care of everything your vehicle needs. From preventive maintenance to alignments, brakes, oil changes, and more, your friends at Complete Tire and Service have you covered. Need tires? Buy 3, get 1 free plan specifically for you. Orkin can help eliminate and control mice, bed bugs, ants, roaches, stinging insects, and cockroaches, just to name a few. Remember, they're not happy until you're happy, so visit Orkin.com for a free estimate and trust the only pest control service the Dragons trust, Orkin. Now, if they could just control sea wolves and Thunderbirds.
Heroes of Valhalla is your go-to place for all of your gunsmithing and firearms needs. They also specialize in Cerakote finishing as well as hydro dipping, which offers over 1,000 different pattern options. Check them out online at heroesofvalhalla.us or stop by the shop at 6320 Bradley Park Drive in Columbus. They're open Tuesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Online at heroesofvalhalla.us.
In 1999, Watley Convenience Stores opened its first Zelmo's Zip-In. Since then, the brand has grown to include 11 stores in the Chattahoochee Valley and southwest Georgia. Zelmo's is an anchor in the communities it operates in. Our managers, employees, and vendors are all an integral part of the neighborhoods and communities we serve. We are proud to call these areas home and plan to continue growing with and serving the communities of West Georgia and East Alabama. Zelmo's, fueling life's passions.
Back here at the Columbus Civic Center, Tom Callahan, Drew Peirce here with you in the Chick-fil-A First Period Intermission Report. Where right now the Carolina Thunderbirds a 1-0 lead over the Columbus River Dragons, and Columbus, not for lack of trying, certainly in that first period, put a lot of chances on net and really tried to do everything they could to get the ball rolling for themselves offensively, including early on in this one, just 1:36 into it. The River Dragons ended up with a fighting major for a guy who steps up for his teammate, Cody Rogers. He makes Lucas Rowe answer the bell for the hit yesterday on Tristan Petrie. And early on, it looked like the River Dragons, Drew, had a little bit of momentum off that hit, but unfortunately, they were unable to convert it into a goal.
It did. The River Dragons seemed to lose just a little bit of momentum there, but we really need to turn that up into the second period, because I think we can tie it up and get the lead.
Well, the River Dragons had to come from behind yesterday. As a matter of fact, twice yesterday. River Dragons came from behind. It was 1-0 Carolina. They tied it up. 2-1 Carolina. They tied it up. And then Columbus won it in a shootout. Here tonight, the River Dragons also shorthanded 3 times in that first period. Fortunately, Carolina did not score a power play goal. Their only goal came at 5:33. Gus Ford with his league-leading 46th goal of the year, with assists going to Butita and Keplinger. And the shot appeared to deflect off either the stick or maybe the shin pad of Michael Greco, and it fooled Pavlos to the low glove side. And, well, sometimes, Drew, you just get those tips.
It did. In hockey, you get those tips sometimes, and it's how you rebound from those instances. It's really what controls your game going forward.
Now the River Dragons certainly would love to author a solid response here in the second period. We'll see if they can do that. So power plays in the first period. Columbus did not have one, and it was 0 for 3 for the Thunderbirds. Shots on goal favored Carolina 11-10. Let's take a look at the Zelmo Zippin' Out of Town scoreboard here. And, well, it was an epic barn burner yesterday between Binghamton and Delaware, except it was all Binghamton on the offensive side. Well, tonight Delaware has at least shown up to the arena, but halfway through the second period, it's 4-2 Binghamton in that game. Elmira and Danbury playing a close one right now. That one's 2-2 after the first period, so a wide-open offensive thriller there. Port Huron with a 2-0 lead at Watertown Arena over the Wolves after one period of play. And Motor City in the first period, 5 minutes into it, 1-0 there up on the Mississippi Seawolves. So again, remember, Motor City, if they get 2 or more points, they lock up third spot in the division heading towards the playoffs. Here it is indeed 1-0. in favor of Carolina. NHL, everybody in action for the first time in NHL history. All 32 teams playing 16 games. Earlier today, the Oilers 6-1 winners over the Sharks. Stars 2-1 in a shootout over the Golden Knights. Penguins 5-1 over the Red Wings. 4-3 Sabres beat the Hurricanes. Games going on right now. The Ducks and Coyotes have gone to OT, tied at 4. Preds and Jets scoreless in the second. Panthers, Capitals scoreless in the second. Leafs with a 3-1 lead over the Canadiens. That's in the second. 2-0 Rangers over the Blue Jackets. 3-1 Senators up on the Lightning. How about that? Tampa Bay has been struggling a little down the stretch here.
They're usually a really powerful offensive team.
They played so much hockey, though, over the last 3 seasons, going to the Stanley Cup final, and just you wonder at what point do they run out of gas.
You do, and eventually it's going to catch up to them.
This might be the year. Islanders up 1-0 on the Flyers after 1. Blues with a 1-0 lead on the Wild. That one is early in the first. Devils and Bruins just underway. Flames and Canucks, Blackhawks and Kraken, Avalanche and Kings. Those are all coming up later on this evening. And the puck drop at 8 o'clock in the NCAA Men's Hockey Championship game already sees Minnesota with a 1-0 lead. Well, Minnesota out in front of Quinnipiac on that one. And that is about halfway through the first period of that game. Well, Drew, as I did yesterday, I will give you the coach's clipboard here and allow you to give the team speech here in the locker room right now. What are you saying to the guys?
Stay out of the box and be just more aggressive on offense.
Well,
that's the 2 things I'm going to go with.
All right. I like to stay out of the box for sure.
Definitely.
That's important. You've already gone in 3 times. There's no need for any more of that silliness. Then, meanwhile, the River Dragons, again, testing Boris Babic, who's been solid, made some big-time saves, and Columbus is really going to have to continue to push and try to find a way to finally pop one past him. They did yesterday a couple of times. Well, they're going to have to do it again here this evening, and these same 2 teams back at it again next weekend. Wrapping up this regular season, it is a battle. But the River Dragons in the driver's seat. They need 4 points between tonight, next Friday, and next Saturday, and they wrap up top spot in the Continental Division. Drew and I will be back on the other side of the break as we wrap up the Chick-fil-A first period intermission report. When we come back, second period action on tap. Carolina leads at 1-0. This is Columbus River Dragons hockey.
My name is Seychelle, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the punch of flavors that's unlike any other. You get the crispy tenderness of the chicken and that hint of sourness from the pickles. Ta-da!
Hey, I'm Juan, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is you're going to get chicken that's crispy, golden, and juicy. This is the gold standard of chicken sandwiches.
Order the original Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich on the Chick-fil-A app today. Real customers paid for their testimonials.
Hey guys, this is Mike Costello of the Mike Costello Law Firm.
It's Rick Willis of the Mike Costello Law Firm.
Did you know that car accidents are the #1 case of injuries in the U.S.? So if you find yourself in a car wreck,
call or text me at 844-GET-MIKE or visit us at MikeCostelloLawFirm.com.
Do yourself a favor and I hope that you learn. Been in the wreck, call a Mike Costello Law Firm.
So if you've been injured, please give us a call.
Let's have a conversation.
Michael G. Costello, 1301 First Avenue, Suite 101, Columbus, 31901.
For Beam, community isn't just a place, it's a state of mind. We believe that when we care together, work together, and even cheer for our favorite teams together, we are closer to what counts. Beam has been improving the way we connect since 1964, not just with technology, but with our communities and with each other. Because at Beam, community is not just a place, it's the way we do business. Beam, bringing East Alabama more. It's in our name.
Columbus Diagnostic Center, the area's clear choice for diagnostic imaging. CDC Northside features the area's first and only 3T MRI, the most powerful MRI available, and our new 64-slice CT scanner, cutting-edge imaging that's available at both locations. For over 30 years, patient comfort, lower costs, and uncompromising dedication remain our top priority. Clearer results for a more accurate diagnosis. Columbus Diagnostic Center and CDC Northside. Technology with a human touch.
An injury can be a game changer. That's why Houston Sports Medicine Team provides urgent ortho care, Saturday morning injury clinics during hockey season, and an emergency room at Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. An injury can be a game changer, and immediate evaluation and care can be a game changer too. For more information, go to Houston.com or call 706-324-6661.
All right, back here for second period action. One on the Carolina top. Callahan, Drew Peirce here with you. As the River Dragons about to come back out on the ice, as are the Carolina Thunderbirds. Season ticket renewals have begun for the 23-24 River Dragons season. Lock in your seats from this year with no price increase. A minimum $50 deposit per seat ensures you won't miss a minute of the action. Renewals are for active season ticket holders only and can be managed right through your iTix account. Plus, don't miss your chance to get in ahead of the general public for playoff tickets by purchasing your exclusive 7-game playoff pack now. Lock in your seats for every home playoff game as the River Dragons march towards the Commissioner's Cup. Playoff packages on sale now through the River Dragons front office only by calling 706-507-4625. For more information, see our playoff ticket FAQ on rdragons.com, where you will find the answers to most of your questions. And again, if you do still have questions, call 507-4625. Single game seats don't go on sale until April 17th, but we know we're in the playoffs, and it's going to be a good run towards the Commissioner's Cup this year for the Columbus River Dragons, as both teams now returning to the ice. And Drew, it's got a playoff-like feel to it.
It does, and this period is big for the River Dragons to really stay out of the box and really showcase our offense ability.
And they did have several forays into the offensive zone. I will say this. I think the focus got a little fuzzy. I don't want to say it disappeared, but got a little fuzzy at the end of the first period for the River Dragons. And fortunately, they did not pay for it. I think Pavlos is having an excellent game, and right now he's, backstopping this team as well as he can. So the teams will switch ends. River Dragons, by the way, in Chattahoochee crossover jerseys here tonight, in case you happen to see those. The baseball season will get underway soon enough. There'll be two teams in Columbus over here at Golden Park, right across the parking lot. And we will be bringing you those games as well. I'm excited to broadcast some baseball this year. But right now, the concern is hockey and then playoff hockey. Jermaine Storjahan and King out up front. LaBelle and Greco on defense to start the period. Puck is dropped. Carolina will push in right away. King on it, looking to move that one out. He'll get it ahead towards center. LaBelle stepping up with it. He'll dump it in from there. Babick stops it behind the net. Martin jams it back to the far side, and the Thunderbirds look to move to the attack. Greco stepped up where the train was on the track. Zylec heard it and coughed up the puck. Pass into space there. Unfortunately did not connect. Rebenikov will turn it up the left side. Chip towards the front of the net. Zylec on the left side of the River Dragon zone. He is getting bumped off it. A clearing attempt kept into the left point by Schnapp. Panachik leaving it side of the net. Zylec, a shot tipped into the netting. Looks like the River Dragons trying to come out and be a little physical here.
It does, and Michael Greco is just out there throwing the body around us a little bit, so that's good to see.
See if they can knock the Thunderbirds off their game plan a little bit. Face-off will be to the right of Christian Pavlos, who stopped 10 of 11 he's seen so far from Carolina. Face-off one back into the corner. Benelli will try to swing it around the right side. Cut off on the wall. And a centering feed. That one goes right through the slot out the other side. Doe can't leave with it. Move to center. Bioni will dump it back in. Bazarin after it on the left half wall. Put it in on goal. And a left pad save Pavlos. Frazier on it. Tries the right side. And ahead. Pass finds Doe. Doe attacking on the wing. Wickline cutting in with him. Doe high slot. Weaving with a wrist shot. Tipped out of play. And the faceoff will come back in the Carolina end of things here. This line was buzzing quite a bit yesterday. Wickline, Aldworth, and Doe. And they are going to get pulled off in favor of the Petrantonio line. Moore and Kelly on the wings. Petrantonio in for the faceoff here. Won it over towards the wall. Kelly was already cutting into the middle for it, but the puck came right over towards him. That allows Carolina possession. And Kelly on the back check, able to take it away. Clears it to an open wing, and here's Moore up the left side. Moore weaving wide into the left side corner. Puts it up towards the left point. Frazier getting it across. Vanelli's got room, walks in with a shot. Babick save. Big rebound. It bounced on Moore. He couldn't calm it down. Now Vanelli, another try. Stopped in front. That hit a defender. And Carolina trying to move it out. They're struggling with it right now. Firth fell. Moore recovers to move up on the forecheck here. It is cleared away to center, but a hairy moment there. River Dragons will try it again. Back into their own zone. Frazio's going to drop back to his own hash marks here. Tipped in by King to the corner. Babick will stick it aside. Up the glass it goes. Not out. Kept in there as Kelly will fire it around the rim. Onto the near side it comes for King. King takes a look over his shoulder. Waits for help to arrive on the pile. As it pushes up the wall.
Coming up.
And Storjahan moving down low looking for a scoring chance. There is a penalty coming up against Carolina. Here's King, down low into the high slot. Frazier arrives with a shot. Glove save, Babick. And the rebound touched up by the Thunderbirds. Boy, Frazier came flying in and was in great offensive position.
He did, forced Babick to make a big save there.
Let's see what we have for the call here. It's going to be a boarding call against Carolina. Bioni doesn't like the call, but Drew, I told you that pendulum would swing back the other way.
And it looks like it has. And the River Dragons need to capitalize on that here with the power play.
And this one coming 2 minutes 39 seconds into period number 2. 1-0 Carolina leads, but the River Dragons to the Georgia power play for the first time tonight. Let's see if they can get something going here. Storjahan on the left side will feed up to the right. Now Doe high slot. Storjahan near dot. His wrist shot block comes up top. Vanelli. Top of the far circle. Petrantonio. Petrantonio in the right half wall to Vanelli. A drive, and he ripped it wide. Round to the left point. Storjahan flattens the roller. He'll leave it up top. Middle of the blue line. Vanelli through traffic. Puck is blocked. Cleared to the line, and out it goes. Vanelli to Petrantonio. Right side will carry all the way in, around behind the net. Swings it around. Wanted Storjahan, but it took a bounce. Ends up with Schnapp. Schnapp will attack ahead by himself. Shorthanded. Try to walk in on goal. He gets through. And he's knocked down to the corner by Petrantonio. His helmet comes off, and the River Dragons press. Here's Krupp. Krupp it over the line. Looking into the far side. Petrantonio front. Pass tipped. Oh, the backhand set just wide. Clearing attempt to the line off of LaBelle, and down now a race. Salak's going to get a breakaway in behind the D to the backhand. Pavlos with a huge save. Coming to his right, Pavlos got it with the blocker.
And Josh LaBelle put back on playing on D. Really saved Pavlos there, being out of the net.
River Dragons will regroup at center. Boy, it is a wild start to the second period. 1-0 Carolina, 26 seconds ago, the power play for Columbus. King to the left point. Kelly. His shot right into the chest of Babick, and he holds. No rebound. 1-0 Carolina. 4:22 into the second. Wild one to start.
Yeah, the
here.
River Dragons are really pressing offensively and making Boris Babick make all these saves.
Face-off will be to Babick's right.
And that's what you got to do as the River Dragons. You got to wear Babick down to get the goals. Since he did play last night, he's going to be a little more worn out.
Wickline in for the face-off here. Boy, you hope so. Puck to the left point. LaBelle swings over to the right side to Greco. Greco with a shot save. Rebound. Oh, Doe shoved it wide. Oh, he had a wide open net with Babic down and just missed.
That was a big chance there for Austin Doe.
That's it for the power play. River Dragons 0 for 1, but man, so close to tying this game. Back come the Thunderbirds on the right side. Keplinger bounced off the hip of LaBelle and behind the net. He'll flip it around to the right point. Firth with a shot that was blocked off the shins of Doe. LaBelle hooked up back in the corner after it. Now the puck ends up free on the far side, and it looks like one of the players injured over there. Hussey was checking his face as the puck is center, goes out of the zone. Not sure what happened there. Down it goes. Babic will play it around to the far side of the Thunderbirds end, but stolen away. River Dragons with a chance in tight. There's a shot. Save made. Babic scrambling for the rebound. He's got it.
Another huge save by Babic there.
That'll take us to the first break of the period. 5:28 gone in the second one. I think Carolina 5-on-5 action here. We'll be back with more Columbus River Dragons hockey.
Even though I'm away at college, Kinetic Credit Union is still the best way for me to stay connected here and at home. With the Kinetic mobile app, I have control of my accounts wherever I go. I can easily transfer money between internal and external accounts, get money faster by setting up recurring transfers, and I can find the nearest ATM or branch right from my phone. Plus, I can add my Kinetic cards to my phone's digital wallet and enjoy quick, secure, contactless payments. By the way, Mom, I need some more money.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
What's up, Columbus, Phoenix City, and all the bi-state area? This is Mike Costello of the Mike Costello Law Firm. Once we take on a car wreck case, it's not just about law. It is our duty to provide and to give that client the best possible experience. If you think you need us, call or text us. We got you. Michael G. Costello, 1301 First Avenue, Suite 101, Columbus, 31901, 762-221-5616.
Time for your mind so it locks and loads.
Back here with Drew Peirce. I'm Tom Callahan. 1-0 Carolina with the lead. 5:28 into the second period. River Dragons out shooting Carolina 18-13 in the game and 8-2 to start this second period. Boris Babic playing very well for the Thunderbirds.
He's been busy to start this second period, most definitely.
Sure has. Columbus would love to be able to pop one in here, tie this game up. Thunderbirds win the draw. They'll move the other way. Bazarin in, a shot by Butita. Save made, and now a heavy collision in behind the net, and a penalty coming up. And Petrie threw the check behind the net on Butita, who is up and underway to the bench. I'm not entirely sure what they're going to give him here. Boarding. At first glance, watching that at live action, I did not think that was from behind.
No, I just thought it was a hard hit into the boards there.
But the referee disagrees. .541. And the Thunderbirds already drew power play number 4.
Yeah, we really have to keep ourselves out of the box, especially against these Thunderbirds, because they are going to capitalize on one of these chances.
I mean, how many different color highlighters do you have? Because we're going to need to use them all on that phrase. Petrantonio is going to push up and look for a short-handed chance here, as the Thunderbirds already over 3 with a man advantage here tonight. Petrantonio got knocked down. Crowd wanted a call on that, but they're not going to get it. Thunderbirds will dump it in, but Frazio on the puck. He'll fire it down. Moore in pursuit. Moore to the left side. River Dragons on the first Franklin Financial penalty kill. Personal loans at the speed of life. Thunderbirds finally able to dig it out, and again, a nice job by Kyle Moore with the hustle there to tie it up and kill off some more of that clock. Zylec on the right wing side. Stopped on the half wall by Wickline. Puck in the pile there. Frazier, and now dug out by Doe. To the point, not out, though. Sent over to the far side for the one-time by Ford. Pavlos the save. Doe gets it ahead. Wick line up one-on-one. He's on the right wing. Tried to dance his way in front. Pastuca hooked him off. Now it ends up with Doe on the right side. And the puck bounced into the slot. Thunderbirds back. Ford leading the way. Gets it on the left side to Panachik. He stops at the half wall. Greco runs into him. Fed to the left point. Now to the left wing corner. Ford hit by Greco. Puck turned over. LaBelle on it. River Dragons push short-handed. Lead pass for Allworth. He could not catch up with that one as it swung around to the right side. Doe is tied up and now back 4-on-2. Here come the Thunderbirds. Panachik up top of the wrist shot. Tipped to the glass off the stick there of Michael Greco. Rowan space to the back door. Pavlos to his right to make a save on Schnapp. Pavlos with the anticipation to come over. Schnapp let it go right away, but Pavlos sharp and was right there.
He was, and that's big. Pavlos is very positional in his goaltending. So if he can get into position, he's going to stop the puck.
And another big, tall, lanky goaltender, just like Brendan Colgan, covers a lot of net, especially low. And these guys are real hard to beat. Puck one back to the point. There's a shot bouncing in, ends up wide of the net, fed in front, but King on it. Uses the glass. He'll get it down. Now down to just 7 seconds to go in the power play for the Thunderbirds. Carolina with a 1-0 lead. We're here in the second period, 7:40 into it. Dumped right in on Pavlos. He will play it away, but coughed it up in the slot to Schnapp. Feed to the back door. Pavlos shut down that chance. Another one up top, tipped away. And now breakaway pass to the line. Jemayev is in. Jemayev in, forehand shot. Pavlos, oh, he shut it down with a blocker. Babbitt got a piece of it there. River Dragons wanted to push back in, but they were in so deep they were offside. Oh, Jemayev almost found a way to sneak it through.
Michael Greco caught a stick up high there. It looks like he's okay at the bench, though.
Back in come the Thunderbirds. Butina fans on a chance. Now a shot off the knob of the stick of Pavlos. Jemayev the other way. Hustling ahead onto the left side. Storjahan leaving into space. And LaBelle into the slot. Greco cutting through, or pardon me, that was King. He was hooked up and no call. Wow, are you kidding me? Even the Thunderbirds thought there was going to be a call. They stopped playing when they touched the puck. Fed up top. Here's a chance. LaBelle lets it go. That's blocked into the corner. Now he gets it back again. A bouncing puck. Back over to Jemayev. Jemayev at the far dot. Into the slot. Storjahan blocked, but LaBelle up top. His shot just missed the net. It's very scrambling at Thunderbirds' end right now. LaBelle's got another chance. Gets it through. Babbitt the save, and he holds on.
Babbitt gets a rest here with that stop.
Boy, the Thunderbirds are running around more defensively than we've seen them at any point. And again, Lane King having a discussion with the officials. Drew, that was so funny. Even Carolina thought a penalty was coming.
Even Carolina thought the penalty was coming. And that just shows that, you know, sometimes the calls go your way, sometimes they don't.
Amen. That is all we can say. 1-0 Carolina. 9:01 gone in the second. Draw one back to the point. And on the right wing side, carrying it into the corner. Chance in front. Petrantonio shoved it off the outside of the net. Now Petrantonio battling to get the puck back. Boy, the intensity is picked back up from the River Dragons here. But the puck is chopped away to center. Kelly racing back on Butina. Knocks him down. Never got a chance away. Actually, that was Pastuca he knocked down. 24, not 14. And the puck turned over now at center. Here's Moore. Cuts, gets it to Kelly. Kelly with a long shot, wide of Babbitt. Onto the right side, kick back down low by Petrantonio towards Kelly. Back to the right half wall. Petrantonio to the right point with it. Rogers backs up, lets it go. Tipped down for the left wing comes Petrie, keeping it in from the point. Kelly cycling behind the net. Martin will try the near side. Has to spin away, but Kelly draped all over him. Martin out the far side, just fires it to an open wing. Turn right back in from center, though, by Petrie. He'll fire it around the rim. Right side, here's Krupp, and that hopped over a stick and escapes to center. Petrie couldn't touch it. Would have been too many men. Back comes Carolina. They try to walk it in front. Frazier picked it out of the air. There's Frazier with a pass up the right side. That one missed, but they say no icing. Thunderbirds back after it. Aldworth up on the forecheck anyway, forced him to touch the puck. Wickline into the corner, wrapping up Kiplinger. And now there's Aldworth trying to dig it free. 9.5 to go in the second. One of them Carolina shot for the point. In on goal. Babick the save. And he hangs on. 9:26 left to go in the second. One of them Carolina. We'll take a break and come back with more in just a moment. This is Columbus River Dragons hockey.
River Dragons hockey is more fun in a group. Come celebrate your birthday, anniversary, reunion, and more. Get 10 or more people together to enjoy the best available seating, a special VIP entrance, group recognition at the game, a visit from Scorch or Torch, and more. Plus, you can add on options like Chuck-a-Pucks, souvenir hats or pucks, and even a team gear shopping spree. Groups of 30 or more get a post-game photo on the ice. Group perks are only available through the River Dragons office by calling 706-507-4625.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
9:26 to go in this second period, brought to you by Kinetic Credit Union. Tom Callahan, Drew Peirce here with you. Want to give a shout out to our radio flagship station listeners on 106.9 Really Rocks, Columbus's Real Rock station, and our fine radio affiliates. That's right, you can listen to the River Dragons as you drive around the Chattahoochee Valley. Around WZEV, 90.5 FM, Classic Hits of Lineville. WBRQ, 91.9 FM, Blues Time in the city of LaGrange. And WQEE, 99.1 FM, home of Southern Sports and Talk in Noonan. Face off to the left of Babick. In the Thunderbirds' net, Carolina's got that 1-0 lead. Ford will push up on the right side into the Columbus zone. Played back onto the near side and kept in at the point. Puck ends up down low. Petrantonio with it. Out the right wing. Looking ahead. Petrantonio ahead to Kelly. Kelly up with more. Kelly will fling it to the left side corner. Try to go get it. Babick beat him to it. Puck to the point. Held in. Nice job by Vanelli. Vanelli in with a shot. That one off a skate. Goes behind the net. Kelly getting it around. Moore right back around to the left half wall. Up to the point now. Vanelli right back down the wall. But the pass picked off. Ford stretch at center, but Frazier anticipated that. Into space, here's Kelly in. Shot off the crossbar.
Wow, that's one of the better chances we've had this period.
Oh, Kelly turned that one in quickly. Beat Babick, glove side, but off the crossbar and out.
Need a little more puck luck there.
And the chances are coming right now, Drew.
Oh, they're coming.
You still feel good about that. But cashing in on one of them. That's what the root, just like last night. They needed to get that first one. They need to get the first one again here tonight. As it's pushed away to center, LaBelle on it. They'll fire it back in. Around it goes. Storjahan picks it up off a bounce. In front of shot. That one is blocked to the side of the net. Chimaev had a chance at it, but he got knocked around. Couldn't get the puck away. And now Zylec. Pressured back in behind the net. Chimaev chasing him. Thunderbirds trying to break the zone here. Errant pass away to center. King ends up with it. But his pass deflects back all the way to Pablos, who plays it ahead to Storjahan. Left side. Here's Doe. In with a drive, and he missed on the glove side. Around it goes. Storjahan trying to keep it at the line. And the Thunderbirds the other way. Pastuca in on the right side. A feed in front. Bouncing puck. Sitting there. Cleared up the slot. Not out of the zone. Pastuca at the right point. Gets it onto the left wing side. Shot coming in. That one is blocked off the gear of Greco. King behind the net. Feeds it around. Storjahan to LaBelle. LaBelle up to center. He'll just flip that one into the right side corner and go get it himself while his mates change. Tied up by Bioni in the corner. Out with it is Aldworth. Aldworth had it poked away, and out it goes. Petrie chasing. He'll put it back up to Aldworth, who swings it around the rim. Babick can't collect it. Wickline on the left side. Looking in front, high slot, and it hopped away from Aldworth. Bazarin putting it to center. Schnapp trouble with it. Rogers running into him. Aldworth comes back. Just under 7 minutes to go in the second period. 1-0 Carolina. Into the left side corner. Wickline over there. Doe up on him. Doe trying to push it free. Butita tying him up. Over to the far side it goes. Bioni run into by Wickline. Wickline knocked down in the corner.
A little bit of a cross check there.
The battle continues, and the River Dragons come out with the puck now. Right point, here's Rogers. His shot hit traffic. Now Doe ends up with it. In front, bouncing. Puck still free in the slot. Knocked away by the Thunderbirds. Rogers back into the corner. And now Schnapp try to put it in front. Doe ends up back with it. Doe wedge high in the air. Comes down more off his mitt. Couldn't clear. Butita right back in. Looking for a chance on the backhand. Send it across the goal crease. Right side Schnapp for the right point. Long shot. Well wide of the net. More on it there. He'll chip it out to center. 5:48 and counting to go in the second. 1-0 Carolina. Rogers back after the puck. Petrie fell. Now a chance from the right side. Bouncing in front. Sent wide on the stick side. Butita following up the rebound. Butita flips it to the top of the near circle. Firth to the dot. His shot was blocked off the shin pads there of Petrie. Petrie looks like he might have been a little dinged up there as the puck is tipped into the netting. And we get a whistle with 5:22 to go in the second.
The River Dragons are doing much better offensively this period. They're really throwing everything they have at Boris Babic down at that end.
And Kelly hit a crossbar. A couple of shots have gone just wide. Unfortunately, Austin Doe on the power play had a chance there with Babic down, but just missed. And you don't want to start thinking to yourself, well, I hope it's not one of those nights. There's still plenty of hockey to go here. Face off in the River Dragon zone is cleared out. Ford has to come back for it. The Thunderbirds right now are down a couple of defensemen. As it was heading into this game, they only had 5 dressed. So you're seeing some guys take a turn back on D, including Gus Ford has been back there as he is right now on this shift. Back in on the right side, here's Rowe. Rowe looping behind the net. He got crunched by the hip check from Manelli. River Dragons back up 3-on-2. And on the right side, a centering attempt. That one is deflected away. Petrantonio tried to go back for it, but that was picked up by the back-checking Thunderbirds player. Keplinger up the right side. He cuts in past the D. In on goal, and that one just wide. As Petrantonio and Keplinger continue their battle. Now a clearing attempt at Frazier in the skates right in front. He's able to get it to the blue line. Kelly came down to get it. But boy, oh boy. Right now, the River Dragons are living dangerously.
They are, and defensively, they need to keep the puck away from Pavlov down there.
Back up on the left side, here's Panachik walking in. Columbus is lunging for a lot of pucks. Weight forward, stick forward, lunging at pucks instead of skating through, making plays, and they're getting a little desperate offensively here as it goes out of play on the near side. Hopefully they can rectify that in the break. 3:54 to go in the second period. 1-0 Carolina. We'll take a break and come back with more in just a moment. This is Columbus River Dragons hockey.
Even though I'm away at college, Kinetic Credit Union is still the best way for me to stay connected here and at home. With the Kinetic mobile app, I have control of my accounts wherever I go. I can easily transfer money between internal and external accounts, get money faster by setting up recurring transfers, and I can find the nearest ATM or branch right from my phone. Plus, I can add my Kinetic cards to my phone's digital wallet and enjoy quick, secure, contactless payments. By the way, Mom, I need some more money.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
So you've got projects to do around your home. You got Harvey Lumber for that. You've decided to finally get that large deck built in the back for family fun and entertaining like you've been dreaming about for so long. You got Harvey Lumber for that. From replacing a few boards to replacing all the windows to building from the ground up, you've got Harvey Lumber for that. It's kind of like that old saying, there's an app for that. Well, whatever you need in the way of building supplies, there's been a Harvey Lumber for that in the Chattahoochee Valley for over 150 years. Harvey Lumber Company, 815th Street, open Monday through Friday, 7 to 5.
back here at the Columbus Civic Center, 1-0 Carolina. 3:54 to go here in the Kinetic Credit Union second period. It's the Tom and Drew show tonight. Pretty good crowd showed up for us, Drew.
A really big crowd here. I think it's a little bigger than last night's, actually.
I don't even know if they knew we were doing the show live tonight. As we do every night.
And I'm okay with that as long as we're filling the seats.
There you go. Absolutely. That's what we love to see, people coming down. You have one more chance for a regular season home game. It's a week from tonight. And that'll be Fan Appreciation Night. And there'll be all kinds of surprises, giveaways, all kinds of stuff. It's going to be a good time, so come on out and join us for that. River Dragons force a turnover. Here's a chance in on the right side. Backdoor feed, just missed Jemayev. Oh, boy, Jemayev was camped out of that far post, and if that connected, that was open.
Yeah, that was another big chance there by the River Dragons that we really need to capitalize on.
Bouncing puck shoveled towards the blue line, and King able to fight it out. Gets it ahead on the right side to Jemayev. And again, the River Dragons continue to generate. They haven't cashed in yet, though. Storjam with a shot blocked by the D. They push into the left side corner with 3 minutes to go in the second period. 1-0 Carolina. Backhanded onto the zone and down the ice by Pastuca. Greco back. He'll look on the right side. Aldworth had his attempt turned back by Butita. So now to the left side, LaBelle will send it back to Greco. River Dragons will reset the breakout. Here's LaBelle. Lead ahead, Aldworth weaving in over the line. Aldworth checked up, trying to get through the traffic. Forced a shot just wide of the net. Here's Krupp on the wing. He'll feed it down low behind the net. Aldworth checking to the far side. See if he's got some room over there. Puck at his skates. He couldn't do anything with it. And back the other way, Butita pushing ahead on the left side. Centering. Greco able to take it away as Grebenikov in for the chance. And now it's fed back to Krupp. Krupp breaks in over the line right side, and he's tripped down to the ice. Thunderbirds to the touch, and the River Dragons a power play chance with 1:46 left to go in the second period.
Big defensive play by Greco there, and a good opportunity for Krupp to score there if he didn't get tripped up.
Greco did a nice job using the stick, getting back, and then Krupp drawing the penalty. It's going to be a tripping call. That's what happens when you're moving your feet, driving the zone, trying to make things happen. Hussey into the box. River Dragons back onto the Georgia power play. They're 0 for 1, and Drew, they almost scored last time they had the man advantage. It was close.
They did, and it looks like we have the momentum right now, so we really need to capitalize on this opportunity.
River Dragons will start by controlling the draw, but they lose possession on the far wall, and that allows the Thunderbirds to skate it out to center. There's a chance in, ripped high to the glass. Kick off that corner stanchion. Puck stayed down low, and that allows Carolina to recover it again. Kill more clock. And now 2-on-1 shorthanded for Carolina. Up on the right side, Panachik feeds it over. A shot. Pavlos to his right to make the save. Pavlos with a massive stop shorthanded. Got the blocker up on that one and knocked it down.
Huge save by Pavlos there, keeping it 1-0.
River Dragons push back in with a minute to go now. Moore on his way to the net, in on the backhand, and his shot was stopped. And Moore is yelling at the referee because he was hooked up severely trying to get through on that chance. There's a shot in by Schnapp the other way. And Moore was really obstructed on his way to the net. Still got a really good chance off, but the River Dragons need to check the frustration here and focus on putting the puck in. They'll try the left side. Here's Wickline, bottom of the circle. Try to feed backdoor. That was blocked, and it's cleared out. Pavlos way out to play it. Getting it over to Frazier on the right side. Here's Frazier. Checked off his stick, but Columbus really struggling to get in. 13 seconds to go in the period. Wickline lost it. Schnapp a shorthanded breakaway. Moving it on goal. He scores.
defensive breakdown in the neutral zone caused that one. And there's nothing you can do about it. You just got to rebound and try for another goal.
Columbus is feeling scrambly in the bottom of the period anyway. Then they get the power play and don't ever quite get it together. And I think right now they're just not focused. They're not focused. It's a rare shorthanded goal against. 1954, time of the goal. That'll do it for the period. Schnapp's 12th of the year. They're calling it an unassisted goal. And Drew, that's an absolute shame. Such a hard way to end the period.
Yeah, the River Dragons need to go to the locker room, cool off, get ready for the third period, and come out hard-nosed and disciplined to play the third period, really take the lead.
Moore is still pleading his case with the referee, but unfortunately not going to do him any good. And that is a fired-up Carolina Thunderbirds team heading off the ice. And Schnapp, should he even be playing in this game?
Yeah, and to me, it looks like they act like they just won the cup, but it's the end of the second period.
Well, that's true. There's 20 minutes left, and it's 2-0 Carolina. And so that means it's time for us to move into the Shredaway second period intermission report. We'll tell you about what's going on in the intermission with the Zelmo Zippin out-of-town scoreboard, plus a look around. We'll take a look back at the numbers from this period as well, and Drew and I will break it down a little bit more for you here as we are 40 minutes into this one, and the Thunderbirds and the River Dragons head-to-head not only tonight but next weekend as well, but a lot on the line. This is the battle for first in the Continental Division, and right now it's 2-0 Carolina. 2 periods in. We'll be back with more in just a moment on River Dragons Hockey.
Columbus's Real Rock Station, WKCN HD2 Fort Benning South, Columbus, and W295AY Crystal Valley, 106.9 really rocks.
Let Shredaway, a division of the Overby Company, take care of all your document shredding needs. We can design a custom shredding program for your business today. No need to purchase equipment, no maintenance expenses, no need to prepare records for destruction, increase employee productivity, increase security, no worry. Was it really destroyed? Right now, all new customers can receive 10% off. Shredaway, a division of the Overby Company, locally owned and operated in downtown Columbus. That's Shredaway, 706-577-9668.
Heroes of Valhalla is your go-to place for all of your gunsmithing and firearms needs. They also specialize in Cerakote finishing as well as hydro dipping, which offers over 1,000 different pattern options. Check them out online at heroesofvalhalla.us or stop by the shop at 6320 Bradley Park Drive in Columbus. They're open Tuesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Online at heroesofvalhalla.us. Craving a burrito, some nachos, or maybe even a quesadilla? Head to Barbaritos. Their menu includes only the freshest ingredients, and your order is custom made how you want it on the spot. Barbaritos is founded on freshness, and everything from our handmade guacamole to our marinades are made right in-house. And don't forget, you can order online at barbaritos.com or through our handy mobile app. Barbaritos. Food, community, people.
Blue Frog Plumbing and Drain is your trusted plumber in Columbus and beyond. We go the extra mile to show up on time, diagnose your situation quickly, and get to the root of the problem. Blue Frog is here to deliver the right solution the first time, and we're available 24/7 because plumbing emergencies don't keep office hours. Blue Frog Plumbing and Drain. Less mess, less stress. On the web at bluefrogplumbing.com or call 706-887-6433.
Oral and maxillofacial surgeons Mark Sawicki, Lee Allen practice a traditional scope of oral and maxillofacial surgery with over 60 years of combined expertise, ranging from oral pathology to wisdom tooth removal. They perform a full range of dental implant and bone grafting procedures, as well as non-invasive surgical facial cosmetic procedures. That level of expertise is why the River Dragons trust them. Call them in Columbus at 596-1757 or in LaGrange at 884-2655.
Hey there, River Dragons fans. Meteorologist Elise Ushman here in the Storm Team 9 Alert Center with a look at your forecast for the next couple of days as you get out from the game tonight. Cold and rainy conditions sticking around. Temperatures in the low 50s and about 50% coverage of showers and a few thunderstorms in the mix. Now the rain coverage continuing to decrease so that as you head out the door on Easter Sunday, we'll see much drier, more pleasant conditions. And that will be the case throughout the day. Temperatures on Sunday into the mid-60s, much more sunshine in store for you. And as we head into the next work week, similar conditions will remain in place. We'll be in the mid-60s again on Monday. A few clouds in the sky, but overall starting to see just a little bit more of that sunshine. And as we head into Tuesday, same story, staying dry, temperatures into the low 70s by Tuesday, mid-70s Wednesday, and that's when we'll start to see another chance at some showers and a few thunderstorms into Wednesday night and throughout your day on Thursday. We'll be right back on the Columbus River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Back here at the Columbus Civic Center, Tom Callahan, Drew Peirce here with you. Drew, we're 40 minutes into this one. It's 2-0 Carolina. 14 seconds of power play time waiting for the River Dragons on the other side to enter period number 3. But right now, it's kind of an oddball game because it's not that the River Dragons haven't had their chances. They're out shooting Carolina right now. Carolina's capitalized twice. And I really felt for the first time in a long time, like at the end of that second period, that the River Dragons were squeezing their sticks and really pressing more than they normally do, and it was causing turnovers and mistakes.
Yeah, they're pressing right now, and one thing Coach Richard talks about is simple plays, and they're just not making those right now. They need to just go in the locker room, reevaluate, come out here and play that hard-nosed, disciplined game they know they can.
And right now, Carolina's taking advantage, as they do with a goal with just about 6 seconds left, 19:54 time of the goal, an unassisted breakaway goal for Schnopp, his 12th of the year. And that one is an absolute dagger heading into the locker room. Kyle Moore still frustrated, felt like he should have earned a hooking call on a scoring chance during the power play that would have made it 5-on-3. And there's been a bit of a reluctance tonight, I think, to make those calls all the way around, and it's just been like that here this evening, which is fine. If that's the standard, that's the standard. But the focus just isn't there right now.
Yeah, you got to put that behind you, refocus, and get into the play in your defensive zone, because you got to make a defensive play now that the puck's going the other way.
The River Dragons gave up several chances, actually, before that one ended up in the back of the net. They will have 14 seconds, which is some time, to try to build a little momentum here to start off period number 3. But, you know, Drew, it's funny, we talked about discipline, and discipline doesn't just mean staying out of the box, which, I mean, the River Dragons, they did end up taking one penalty in that period. Was it a penalty? Was not a penalty? Doesn't matter. It was called. But more than that, it comes with the discipline to not be frustrated, to not be taken off your game, to not be taken out of it mentally. And I think for whatever reason, and it happens, I mean, you cannot play 56 perfect games in a season. No one can. But I see that tonight, and I think that that's something they're struggling with right now.
Yeah, the River Dragons just need to come out here, play simple hockey. Don't let Carolina, don't fall into Carolina's trap of how they want you to play. Control the game yourself and really take it to Carolina.
Now, that said, you made an interesting comment about how excited Carolina was when they scored that goal. And you said they're acting like they won the cup, and it's only the end of the second period. That can go two ways. That energy and excitement can either carry you through the third period, or it can come back to bite you.
It can, and I believe it's going to come back to bite them, because the River Dragons are going to come out swinging into this third, trying to tie this game up and eventually win it.
Now the River Dragons are down by a pair. Yesterday they came from behind twice to tie the game, 1-goal deficits, and they ended up winning in a shootout. Tonight they find themselves down 2 here on the edge of period number 3. So that was the only goal of the period from Schnopp. Power plays in that period. River Dragons 0 for 1. Their second one is carrying over into the third. And the Thunderbirds also 0 for 1 with a man advantage. Shots on goal favored the River Dragons 16-11, and for the game, 26 for Columbus, 22 for Carolina. We'll take a break here in the Shredaway second period intermission report. When we come back, we will take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Zelmo Zip-It and get you ready for third period action. Stay tuned, more coming your way in just a moment. This is Columbus River Dragons hockey.
At the Country Inn & Suites by Radisson, you'll enjoy comfortable accommodations close to Columbus State University, Fort Benning, and of course, the River Dragons games. Conveniently located at 1720 Fountain Court in Columbus, you'll be minutes away from all your favorite Columbus destinations. Free high-speed Wi-Fi and hot breakfast always available too. So whether you're staying for business or for pleasure, make your next stay in Columbus a comfortable one at the official hotel partner of the River Dragons, Country Inn & Suites by Radisson.
At Mr. Sparky, we're America's on-time electrician. We all count on our home's electrical outlets to provide us the power we need when we need it. But sometimes an overloaded circuit can lead to a blown outlet, so leave it to the pros at Mr. Sparky. We'll get it done right and get it done safely. Call now for $50 off electrical repairs.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888.
Limitations and restrictions may apply. Independently owned and operated. Licensed in the respective state or county.
Blue Frog Plumbing and Drain is your trusted plumber in Columbus and beyond. We go the extra mile to show up on time, diagnose your situation quickly, and get to the root of the problem. Blue Frog is here to deliver the right solution the first time. And we're available 24/7 because plumbing emergencies don't keep office hours. Blue Frog Plumbing and Drain. Less mess, less stress. On the web at bluefrogplumbing.com or call 706-887-6433.
The Jersey Shop specializes in screen printing, embroidery, direct-to-garment printing, and vinyl heat-press lettering and numbering. We provide custom T-shirts for any occasion and have a graphic designer on staff to make the logos or graphics needed to make your shirts unique. We pride ourselves on being able to deliver orders of any size at low, competitive cost with no minimum quantity. That's why the River Dragons trust the Jersey Shop for all of their uniform needs. Call 706-565-4245. That's 565-4245.
In 1999, Watley Convenience Stores opened its first Zelmo Zip-In. Since then, the brand has grown to include 11 stores in the Chattahoochee Valley and Southwest Georgia. Zelmo's is an anchor in the communities it operates in. Our managers, employees, and vendors are all an integral part of the neighborhoods and communities we serve. We are proud to call these areas home and plan to continue growing with and serving the communities of West Georgia and East Alabama. Zelmo's, fueling life's passions.
And we are back here at the Columbus Civic Center. Tom Callahan, Drew Peirce here with you as the River Dragons right now trailing the Carolina Thunderbirds 2-0 in the Shredaway second period intermission report. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Let's take a look around the FPHL and the out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Zelmo's Zip-In. And Delaware's given Binghamton a bit more of a run for their money here tonight. 5-4 right now, Binghamton in the lead. That game about 7 minutes into the third period. The Mammoth trying to keep it close with the Danbury hat tricks towards the end of the second period. Danbury is up 4-3 in that game. 2-0 now, Port Huron out in front of Watertown towards the end of the second period there. And how about Mississippi? They were trailing early, but now they lead 4-2. And this is just the first period, Drew.
Wow.
Coming to the end of the first, 4-2, Mississippi in the lead over Motor City.
Is Yevdokimov on the score sheet there?
I'm sure he is. Let me take a look. And, yes, he has 2 tonight. One even strength, one on the power play.
He's on hat trick watch again. He's like that every weekend.
He really is. He really is. And Leorakos and Wong, the other goals for Mississippi in that one. Motor City actually had a 2-0 lead. And they had a 2-0 lead 6 minutes into the period. But the first Mississippi goal at 10:15, Leorakos, and from there, they've scored 4 times. And they're just about to close out that first period of play. Wow. Mississippi is getting so much better. Very
Mississippi's
impressive.
playing good hockey right now.
They really are. Very impressive. In the NHL, Jets are up 2-0 on the Predators in the third period of that game. Panthers, Capitals tied at 2 at the end of 2. Maple Leafs up 4-1 on the Montreal Canadiens. Rangers with a 3-0 lead over the Blue Jackets. The Senators 5-3 up over the Tampa Bay Lightning in that one. Islanders 3, Flyers 0. That is at the end of the second period. Wild with a 2-1 lead over the St. Louis Blues in the second. Also in the second, Bruins 2-1. Pavel Zacha's got both for the Bees as they lead the Devils. Late games are Flames at Canucks, Blackhawks at Kraken, Avalanche at Kings. Games from earlier today, matinee efforts. The Sabres 4-3 over the Hurricanes. Penguins 5-1 over the Red Wings. Stars beat the Golden Knights 2-1 in a shootout. Oilers 6-1 over the Sharks. And in overtime, the Coyotes beat the Ducks 5-4. And in the national championship game in the college hockey side, updating that middle of the second period, Minnesota with a 2-1 lead over Quinnipiac. Did you know Quinnipiac is the alma mater of one Thomas Aldworth?
I did not know that, actually. That's a good fact there.
There you go. Aldworth played at Quinnipiac. And so I actually saw his girlfriend in the office the other day, Emily, and she had on his Quinnipiac jersey. And she said, I didn't want to wear yellow because Quinnipiac has yellow jerseys, but apparently Aldworth said, well, this is really your chance. If you're going to wear the Quinnipiac jersey, you got to wear it heading into this weekend for the national championship game.
It's a good time to wear it, that's for sure.
Yeah, support Quinnipiac if that's your thing. But they are down 2-1 to Minnesota right now, middle of the second period in that one. So, all right, well, keep your fingers crossed, River Dragons fans. It's 2-0 Carolina. River Dragons have 14 seconds of power play time when they come out here in period number 3. Can they get it in gear? We're going to find out. Third period action is coming up next. Stay tuned. We will be right back with more in a moment on Columbus River Dragons hockey.
Let Shredaway, a division of the Overby Company, take care of all your document shredding needs. We can design a custom shredding program for your business today. No need to purchase equipment, no maintenance expenses, no need to prepare records for destruction, increase employee productivity, increase security, no worry. Was it really destroyed? Right now, all new customers can receive 10% off. Shredaway, a division of the Overby Company, locally owned and operated in downtown Columbus. That's Shredaway, 706-577-9668.
River Dragons hockey is more fun in a group. Come celebrate your birthday, anniversary, reunion, and more. Get 10 or more people together to enjoy the best available seating, a special VIP entrance, group recognition at the game, a visit from Scorch or Torch, and more. Plus, you can add on options like Chuck-a-Pucks, souvenir hats or pucks, and even a team gear shopping spree. Groups of 30 or more get a post-game photo on the ice. Group perks are only available through the River Dragons office by calling 706-507-4625.
Vector Ply Corporation is a world-leading manufacturer of carbon, fiberglass, and Kevlar composite fabrics located in Phoenix City, Alabama. Our customers depend on us to produce iconic brands such as Malibu and Nautique Boat and the historic C8 mid-engine Corvette. Even the light poles surrounding the Columbus Civic Center were produced by a Vector Ply customer using Vector Ply fabrics. If you're looking for an exciting career with a growing manufacturer located right here in the Chattahoochee Valley, visit our website, vectorply.com.
Columbus, Georgia is considered by some as the hockey town of the South, boasting pro hockey since 1996. But 80 years before that first puck drop, another Chattahoochee Valley favorite got its start, Piggly Wiggly. Come on down to find a great selection of fresh meats and produce for your family's next meal or your next tailgate. We're proud to root for the hometown River Dragons because we've been the hometown team since forever. Piggly Wiggly, down home, down the street.
Columbus Diagnostic Center, the area's clear choice for diagnostic imaging. CDC Northside features the area's first and only 3T MRI, the most powerful MRI available, and our new 64-slice CT scanner, cutting-edge imaging that's available at both locations. For over 30 years, patient comfort, lower costs, and uncompromising dedication remain our top priority. Clearer results for a more accurate diagnosis. Columbus Diagnostic Center and CDC Northside. Technology with a human touch.
Back in the Columbus Civic Center as the Zamboni is wrapping up its duties down on the ice. Tom Callahan and Drew Peirce preparing for our third period duties here. The River Dragons trailing by a pair to the Carolina Thunderbirds. 2-0 is the score. 14 seconds of Georgia power play time awaiting Columbus when they come back out here. Drew, right off the hop, I'm going to be very interested to see where the attitude is for the River Dragons. They tried to start period number 2 physically.
They did. But they need to come out here and really just keep play in our offensive zone. Throw some pucks at the net and make Babbitt make the saves.
And there have been a couple of times. Yesterday he was coughing up some rebounds. And the River Dragons were able to take advantage. And we haven't seen as much of that. It's almost like the River Dragons have maybe tried to go a little bit more for the corners here in this one.
It looks like they have. They just need to focus on getting the puck to the net instead of fine-tuning the shot to the edge of the net.
Well, hopefully Columbus is able to do just that. We shall see here. They're going to delay the return to the ice of the teams a little bit here because of, again, the water pooling. It's a little, well, it's a lot cooler here today than it was yesterday. I mean, we're talking, what, probably a 20, 30-degree swing here in Columbus.
It is 47 right now.
Okay, 47. And yesterday we were, what, in the mid-70s?
Probably 75 or 80.
Yeah, it's crazy how the weather has just been so unpredictable this year. I don't envy our friends at WTVM trying to call the weather because, I mean, it's up, it's down, it's up, it's down. You know, being a weather person, you could kind of be like everyone's favorite player and they love you, or you could be like a referee and everybody hates you, but it's not your fault. Mother Nature is doing what she's doing.
Exactly. And right now she's being cold.
Yes, she is.
And rainy.
Yes. So it is, and of course there are people in other parts of the country who probably still have snow going, look, it's not that bad, suck it up. But, I mean, there's a certain level of expectation here in Columbus, Georgia. Also, if you're a golf person, it's affecting the Masters as well. So that's wonderful. Head to a Monday finish in the Masters tournament. Right now, Zamboni still didn't leave the ice. It went right back out there, and I don't know why. Oh, it looks like he might have shut off the water and is trying to scoop some of that in with the plow. Hopefully that's what he's doing, not laying down more water.
Doesn't look like we need more water.
We do not need more water on the ice.
There's plenty out there.
And especially where it's more humid, you're going to have a little bit more of a problem with the ice drying anyway. A big reason why the ice dries as quickly as it does with hot water, and here's a science lesson for you, is when you have evaporation and you have low humidity, the hot water will freeze even quicker because of the evaporation. If you have humidity, there's less evaporation, it freezes slower. That's why you'll see puddles in higher humidity climates. And in NHL buildings, they do run a lot of dehumidification systems, especially in the playoffs in places where it's hot. And they need to have those systems in buildings to try to make the ice as playable as possible. But that's also why in places where it's cold and dry, or even if it's hot and dry, it's easier to keep the ice in a little better shape.
It is. The farther north we go, it seems the ice is just a little better, a little faster.
And that also has to do with the thickness of the ice.
Yeah, it does.
And the temperature of the ice. These are all these little things I've learned over the years. The ice for figure skating is in the mid-20 degree range. For hockey, it's in the high teens. Wow. And also figure skaters like thicker ice because they like to dig into the softer ice with their toe picks. Hockey, you want a little bit of a thinner surface. And that's when you get the fast ice, if it's around 19 degrees Fahrenheit. I used to have fun going into elementary school classrooms and teaching kids how to make ice and talking about the science behind it. It's actually pretty cool.
It really is cool. And I did not know that, by the way. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, don't take my word for it. Not only is there information online, but if you go to ourdragons.com and you download your free Fire and Ice digital program, it talks about making ice in there. So you can also learn there as well. So, Drew, if you want some extra reading, I would suggest starting with your Fire and Ice program.
I'll have to go download that.
And then if you want to go even further down the rabbit hole, there is plenty out there on the science of ice making. All right, we're going to get it underway here. 2-0 Carolina. They lead heading into the third period, shorthanded for 14 seconds. River Dragons on their second Georgia power play would at least like to start with a draw win. Jemayev in to take the face-off, and he will win it back towards LaBelle. LaBelle swinging across to King. Jemayev in space, bothered by Schnapp. He'll turn it down, and that'll pretty much do it for the power play. So the River Dragons 0 for 2 with a man advantage. Here's King up the right side. Greco into the corner, back towards King. Peeling back up the wall. Storjan into the slot for a chance. Jemayev had his stick check there right before he got the chance away. That'll be cleared away to center ice. We're getting back after it. LaBelle bodies his man out. Greco with it. Lost it between his skates. Knocked his man down, however. Pushed the puck over to King on the far side. King's pass is deflected right back to him. Jemayev up towards Greco. Tried to stick handle through center. Greco pushing it on into the left wing corner. He's up after it himself. Greco sends it back up the rim. Moore arriving on the left side. Puts it towards the net. Save made by Babic.
That's one thing the River Dragons need to do is get Michael Greco in front of that net to take up that space and vision of the goaltender.
And get anybody down there in front of the goaltender. Try to take away his eyes. Play with a high stick by Petrantonio. He'll accept the whistle. And we get that stoppage in play here. 1:12 into the third period. 2-0 Carolina, back to 5-on-5 hockey. So it'll be Moore, Kelly, Petrantonio out there, along with Vanelli and Frazier. Draw one right back towards the net and played away quickly. And out to center, here's Kelly up the left side. Tried to shove it in front, looking for Moore. Moore in the lead, can't get to it. Grebennikov backhanding it away from him. Bouncing it down the ice. Frazier on it, has a moment. River Dragons dump it in. Now Kelly on the left side. Had it knocked away by diving Grebennikov, but he'll leave it on the wall. There's a chance in. Babic the save. Kind of an awkward stop there.
Yeah, those are the chances we need to capitalize on.
Big rebound, but River Dragons unable to get to it. Now Pavlos way out into the corner to play it around. Kelly off the glass, out to center. Vanelli stepping up after it. Vanelli into the rush, but rolled off his stick and it's turned right back by Carolina. Rowe on the left wing side. Pushed it in deep. Pavlos after it. We'll slide it back up the near wall. Moore waiting. Moore cross ice. That pass missed. Nobody there. That'll be icing. 2:10 into the third period. 2-0 Carolina, and the icing will bring the face-off back. The end of the end with Christian Pavlos in it. Fans, if you like the jerseys you're seeing the River Dragons wearing, or if you haven't seen them yet, check out the Chattahoochee crossover jerseys on the Dash app. If you don't have the Dash app, text Dash to 66866. You'll get a download link, set up your profile, and choose Columbus Sports as your favorite team. You can bid on these jerseys. They are up for auction right now on the Dash app. Here's Moore in on the right side with a shot. Babic the save as he kicks that away. Back comes Carolina. Ford in wide with a wrist shot. That one is stopped. Rowe in front. There's a chance, and that one is stopped. Nice job there in front. Rogers getting the block. Back the other way, here's Kelly. Or pardon me, Allworth rather. Allworth on the left side with a wrist shot sent to the glass. Rebound right out in front. Hit Babic.
Wow.
Oh, he was able to cover it.
That rebounded off the glass behind Babic.
He did not know where it was until it hit him. And just the luck of the bounce right there that it didn't go right onto the stick of Austin Doe, who was sitting in the goal crease. Face-off will be again to the left of Babic. 2-0 Carolina. 2:44 gone in the third. River Dragons win the draw. Storjahan will feed the left point. Shot coming in. Babic with a glove save. He'll hold on.
River Dragons are getting some good shots on Boris Babic here. And they really need to just keep doing that and capitalize on one or two of them.
Jemayev again in for the face-off here. King and Storjahan out there with him. And I think they were just checking the glass room in there. Looks like we're all right. Jemayev wins it back to the point. Left side, LaBelle now over to the right point. Greco waiting, finds a seam with a shot, but he had a body in front. Backhand, That backhand clearing attempt hit Doe right in the side of the head. Looks like he's all right. He continues on. Greco feeding it back across. Or pardon me, that was Jamaev that got hit, not Doe. Storage hand, trying to put it in front.
Thank goodness he was wearing a helmet there.
No kidding. You could hear it. Just a crack of the plastic from all the way up here. Greco with a big hit on the near side on Martin. Crowd liked that one as the puck played out through center. Tipped right back in. Pavlos leaves it at the side of the net. LaBelle, 3.5 minutes into this third period, setting it up as the River Dragons change up the lines. Here's Petrantonio up the right side. Banks it ahead into space. Kelly has to wheel back with it, though. Kelly almost ran into Petrantonio, gave it to him. Greco back to Petrantonio. Kind of an uncoordinated attempt up the ice, and it ends with the puck ricocheting off a Thunderbirds player and into the crowd. 2-0 Carolina. 3:55 into the third period. A low-energy start to the third, I would say, Drew.
Yeah, they both came out kind of flat here. Somebody's got to take the energy and just. I hope it's the River Dragons and score a goal.
Face-off will be to the left of the Thunderbirds' net. Butita's going to get tossed out and is arguing his case. Schnapp will take the draw. And across from Petrantonio. Petrantonio wins it back to the right point. Here's Rogers. Rogers looking for a seam. Tease, fakes, doesn't shoot. Kelly, top of the circle, does. Babick the save, and he folds down on it. No rebound. Nice job by Rogers there. I think read the play a little bit. You know, discovering he didn't have the seam that he wanted to try to get a puck through. Change up the angle a little bit. They dish it around, and they do get one in.
Yeah, River Dragons are doing a much better job defensively in the start of this period.
Petrantonio unable to win the draw this time as Hussey pulls it back, and the Thunderbirds move it away to center. Here's Ford up the right side with it. They'll curl, send it into the corner. Petrantonio over after it. Rogers on the near side. Rogers moving it ahead, and now attacking on the wing is Kelly. Kelly had it knocked off his stick. And almost turned it back over there. Hussey, I don't think knew he was behind him. He almost gave it right to him. River Dragons are going to change it behind the play here, though, as it's tipped down by Keplinger. No icing. Pavlos scoots out to play it in the near corner. He'll fling one out to center, tried to get a bouncing puck through. And it's pushed down, and now Babick's turn to play it. Aldworth able to force Peavy off the puck. Aldworth cycles it down low. Wickline over after it. Stays on the left side, though nobody on the half boards. Carolina flips it out to center. Frazier backing up with it. Right side, he'll try Vanelli. Vanelli cutting it over the line. Right wing, Vanelli. Wrist shot. Oh, just missed on the low stick side. Jay Krupp up with it. Feeds Frazier. Frazier looking for the tip. Back door. Wickline got a piece. Couldn't direct it on goal. Aldworth into the right side corner. Cleared away from him, and now back the other way. There's a lead. Hussey on the right side, and a chance in behind for Ford. In with the try, but he missed the net. Wild ricochet around towards center. Aldworth trying to gather speed through center. Weaving to his left. Aldworth onto the wing, into the corner. Aldworth curls back, looking for help. Got knocked off it, but Wickline feeds the point. Frazier lets it go. Shot save made. Rebound to the corner. Wickline again after it. On to the near side. Thunderbirds able to clear down. It goes. This will be icing as Frazier back. And we'll get a break. 5:51 gone here in the third. 2-0 Carolina in the lead. We're back with more in a moment on Columbus River Dragons hockey.
IGH Properties specializes in managing single-family homes, single condos, entire HOAs, small and large apartments, and commercial business properties in the Chattahoochee Valley and beyond. Their expert property management team takes on the day-to-day chores of managing your rental property so you can enjoy a successful investment. Some of the responsibilities they handle are marketing, tenant interactions, lease agreements, and more. See them at IGHproperties.net. That's IGHproperties.net. IGH Properties. Happy tenants, happy owners, better rentals.
So you've got projects to do around your home. You got Harvey Lumber for that. You've decided to finally get that large deck built in the back for family fun and entertaining like you've been dreaming about for so long. You got Harvey Lumber for that. From replacing a few boards to replacing all the windows to building from the ground up, you've got Harvey Lumber for that. It's kind of like that old saying, there's an app for that. Well, whatever you need in the way of building supplies, there's been a Harvey Lumber for that in the Chattahoochee Valley for over 150 years. Harvey Lumber Company, 815th Street, open Monday through Friday, 7 to 5.
Back here at the Columbus Civic Center, Tom Callahan, Drew Peirce here with you. 2-0 Carolina in the lead over the River Dragons. Columbus still looking for its first goal of the game. Despite out shooting Carolina 32-24. Drew, what have you seen so far?
We're doing better pushing offensively. We just don't need to push too hard and really let that pass out of our zone and into their zone and get this breakaway chance. We don't need to allow them to do that.
Face-off will come to the right of Babic. 5-on-5. And Jemayeff can't control the draw. Into the corner goes, but Storjahan after it immediately. King into the pile, trying to help out. Jemayeff on the wall. Gets it back down to King in the cycle, feeding the point. LaBelle lets it go, and that's blocked away in front. Storjahan feeds the left point. Greco lets it go. Stick save Babic. Rebound off the end wall. Dangerous one is punted in behind. Jemayeff on it. Jemayeff to the right point. LaBelle back to Jemayeff. Jemayeff on the half boards. He'll put it towards the net. Glove save Babic, and he holds on. It almost looked like the River Dragons had a power play going there.
It did, and that's really the style of play that we need to play with, because being down 2 goals with 13:38 left in this period, we really need to start getting into this deficit a little bit.
They got to get the first one, that's for sure. Let's see now. The line will be King, Jemayeff, and Storjahan still out there. Greco waiting at the right point. Draw never got to him as King was taking that one. Swept around the glass, and it does come out to center. But turned quickly back. It finds King on the right side. He gets it to Storjahan. Storjahan will chip it into the corner. Babic corrals it behind the net. Bioni putting it around the far side. Puck bouncing on that far wall. Hussey just clearing it out off the dasher. River Dragons regroup. They're changing up the forward lines here. LaBelle curls back away from the forecheck pressure of Rowe. LaBelle tripped up. Lost it. Got it back, though. Petrantonio ahead to center. Here's Kelly in on the right side to King. King up top. Petrantonio a shot towards the front of the net. Greco arriving to try to throw that screen. Drew keeps preaching. Greco on it left side now. He'll try a shot and a glove save Babic. He hangs on with 7:14 to go in the third. Babic is a very demonstrative goaltender. When he makes that glove save, he favors the windmill arm action.
He is. He likes to do the windmill, like making the flashy glove save. That could really bite him if he does that during play, though.
My brother used to call that the Patrick Waugh school of making it look better than it was. Got to come up with that big over-the-top windmill on the glove save. Thunderbirds control the draw on their own end. They'll toss it back in. Grebenikov now turning it the other way. Although we don't see a lot of appendage saves the way we used to. And Babic is a bit of a throwback in that he's an athletic goaltender. But now, and really it's been the trend for at least a decade, towards blocking the puck. Just getting in position, being square to shooters, blocking pucks. No icing here against the River Dragons. Thought we might have one.
Positioning for the goaltender is big in today's game.
Absolutely. Whereas before it used to be, you wanted to be as positionally sound as you could, but sometimes you had to throw an appendage at it. Dominic Hasek was a master of that. The only thing back might be his right arm, but if his right arm stops the puck, he got it.
That's all that mattered back in the day.
Puck wedged out to center by the River Dragons, and now pushing on a chance, and it's bounced away from Petrantonio. Up the left side, here's Panachik on the wing with a wrist shot. That was blocked, did not get through. Columbus will push back. Doe looking cross ice, but he gave it right to Salak at the line, who pushes back in the right wing, but lost it after he was checked off by Petrie. Vanelli on it. Vanelli getting it ahead. Here comes Wickline. in, looking to try to put it back towards Aldworth, but that pass broken up. Now Wickline hustling back, steals the puck back at center. And now Martin took it, dumped it into the River Dragon zone. Vanelli will try the left side. Vanelli ahead on the wing. Doe into space. Vanelli cutting in back. Can't save. Babic puck free, and he finds the rebound.
Huge save by Babic there. Really thought we had an opportunity to score.
Wickline was right there sniffing for it, too. You like to see the River Dragons driving the net, trying to create off the rush.
You do, and you really want to see more of that going forward.
See if they can continue to generate here and find a way to beat Boris Babic, who so far has been perfect. 2-0 Carolina. Draw to the right of the Thunderbirds net. Yeah, the puck swung around to the near side. You know, ahead comes Keplinger. In over the line, offside. That offside is brought to you by Old School Barber Shop. They're online at oldschoolbarber.com. If your sides are a little off, you can book your next appointment with Old School Barber Shop. Online 24/7. You can also book online through their Instagram and Facebook. They're open Monday through Friday, 10 to 7, 10 to 4 on Saturday, and they're the official barbershop of the Columbus River Dragons. Puck dump back into the Columbus end of things here. Frazier setting it up and out the left side now. That puck rolls away and to the line, but pushed right back up by the Thunderbirds. Carolina, at this point, Drew, all they're concerned about is maybe running that clock down a little bit more every single time up the ice.
Yeah, they are. They're not really getting any shots to the net.
Well, there's one, and Butita scores.
They score on it.
They're not getting any shots except that one.
Except that one.
And that one went in.
And that one's in the back of the net.
So Butita with a wrist shot from the high slot that beats Pavlov's blocker side, and it's 3-0 Carolina. And Columbus has just not been able to start the engine here in the scoring machine, but now Butita records his 14th of the season at 9:39. And can Columbus score 3 or more goals in half a period of hockey? Absolutely they can, but they better get it going soon.
They can't afford to have their offense. The River Dragons can't afford to have their offense go cold now.
And now Greco is chatting, and there's a chance right in front, right across the goal line. Babic was out of position, a rare moment there, but there was nobody to tap it home. All the focus is behind the play because Greco was talking to Bazarin. Dump back down to the side of the net, and Pavlos on it. He'll fire it down, looking for more on the right side. Drew, you're going to have to keep an eye out behind the play. There's a lot going on here.
Yes, there is.
Kelly into the pile. Moore chasing it into the right side corner. 9.5 to go in this third period. 3-0 Carolina. Bazarin run into its center. And the puck picked up by Aldworth. Aldworth back with speed. Aldworth attacking left side, cutting in on goal to the backhand. Never going to shot away. Puck in front, bounce just wide. Krupp had a chance at it. Now here's Aldworth setting it up top, and Babic knocked it out of the air and holds a rebound, and now we get a pile.
Pushing and shoving. Sticks are flying out of the pile.
That's going to get us to a break with 9:07 to go in the third. 3-0 Carolina. We're back with more in a moment. This is Columbus River Dragons hockey.
You know that sound anywhere. It's the crisp crunch of that first nacho chip. With its perfect cheese to sour cream ratio sitting atop a layer of delicious beans, it's a sip away from perfection. That's what we're looking for. Add a delicious, refreshing Pepsi and we've achieved absolute nacho nirvana. Because while you can pile those nachos high with every spicy, cheesy, savory topping, there's no topping a cool Pepsi finish. Nachos, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
When the River Dragons have a breakdown, the puck can end up in the back of the net. But when your car has a breakdown, you need a reliable tow partner. Trust the tow company the River Dragons depend on. Tuffy's Towing. Tuffy's tows many types of vehicles in the Chattahoochee Valley. Call 706-457-0985 for a quote or go online to Tuffy'sTowing.com. Tuffy's, we tow more than just cars.
Back at the Columbus Civic Center in the Harvey Lumber press box. Tom Callahan, Drew Peirce here with you. Third period action brought to you by IGH Properties. And the River Dragons and Air Force Heating and Air want to express our gratitude to our servicemen and women currently defending our freedom. And, of course, our veterans. Thank you for your service. Fans, don't miss your chance to get in ahead of the general public for playoff tickets by purchasing your exclusive 7-game playoff pack now. Lock in your seats for every home playoff game as the River Dragons march towards the Commissioner's Cup. Playoff package is on sale now only through the River Dragons front office. Call 706-507-4625. That's 507-4625. There's more information online. See our playoff ticket FAQ on ourdragons.com. ourdragons.com. 9:07 to go, 3-0 Carolina. The River Dragons need to push, and it needs to start now. Offensive zone draw, Krupp charging into the corner after it. Played around behind to the left point, but kept in there up top. Bouncing it on goal. Ooh, Babic, tricky save, but he made it.
That was a good save by Babic on a bouncing puck there.
You want more of that. Keep feeding them in. Right now, Krupp is out there with Wickline and Aldworth, Petrie and Rogers on D. And the puck tied up. Linesman fell down, and that allows a Carolina clear that'll be brought back for an icing call.
Those faceoffs can be dangerous for those linesmen. They get tied up in there with those big players.
That's right, and get knocked down. You get whacked by sticks. Wickline will attempt the draw on the near side of the ice. And he wins it back cleanly. At the right point, here's Rogers wheeling away from the traffic. He'll back up, tee it up, a drive, and that one hit Grebennikov in front, knocked the stick out of his hands. But the Thunderbirds are able to clear it out to center, but quickly back into the right side. Pass too far for Krupp, but followed up by Aldworth. He keeps it in. Him with a shot off the outside of the net. Wickline looping far dot, wrist shot, sent it high. Around to the right point, Rogers. Rogers fires it cross corner. Aldworth moving over after it. Aldworth held up, literally grabbed by the jersey in the far corner. Wickline, slot. Rogers walks around one, in, diving block attempt on his shot.
That one hurt.
Absolutely it did, but that's the price you pay.
It is.
It's a playoffs feel to this one already, and Firth felt it. Now back in, a chance, Aldworth the stop. Rebound up high, fed to Rogers. Rogers looking, lets it go, hit a body in front as Krupp is tied up. And the puck out of play. That should be a delay of game call. That was sent immediately out. That didn't touch a thing on the way out. That's got to be delay of game. Unless the whistle happened before that, which I don't think it did.
I don't think it did.
And that's exactly what Lane King is saying. How is that not a delay of game call? The puck was fired straight out of play from the defensive zone. Of all the cut and dry penalties there aren't in this game, that is the one. How is there not a penalty here? That's a joke. All right. Thunderbirds win the draw. They'll send it out to center. River Dragons trying to push back with it here. Storjahan will feed it back to the D. Vanelli getting it back across off the skid of Frazier, though. He's got to turn back behind the net. They'll move it around to Vanelli. 7:27 and counting. It's 3-0 Carolina. River Dragons need to open up the offensive fire hose here. And behind the net, here's Storjahan on the right side, leaving it into the skates of King. King in the corner, jams it far side. Jemayev trying to catch up with it. Storjahan covering the left point, keeps it in. Fakes, looks it over, right side. Frazier through traffic. Shot was blocked by Bioni. Frazier keeps it in at the line again. Another chance. That one kept in this time by Vanelli. No, offside. Offside brought to you by Old School Barber Shop. They're online at oldschoolbarber.com. If you need your sides lined up, check out Old School Barber Shop. Book your next appointment online 24/7. Also, anytime through their Instagram and Facebook. Lane King still can't believe that wasn't a delay of game call.
I thought it certainly should have been.
I mean, it's amazing. They even talked about it, and none of the 4 officials saw it. Here's Kelly trying to skate it in on the right side. Kelly into the right wing corner. Banks it back up top. Greco lets it go. Babic out to make the save. Moore had his stick tied up as he tried to get a shot away.
Looks like we have a River Dragon down over in the offensive zone here.
There is, and that's Petrantonio hobbling off the ice.
It's a big loss if he doesn't come back.
Puck is free. It's in. Here's Aldworth moving up. Aldworth on the backhand, trying to make something happen. Curling back on the wall, gets it to Kelly in the corner. Kelly tried to play it through his skates. Ends up at the left point. LaBelle right back down around the wall. On the near side, here's Moore. Moore into the corner to Aldworth. Aldworth tried to put it across, pass blocked. Rowe skates at the center, but Aldworth stole it back. Now Kelly has to come back for it. He'll play it back into the D zone. 5:45 to go into third. 3-0 Carolina. Wickline chipped it into space, but that one turned right back down by the Thunderbirds. And again, Carolina's just happy to just dump it down. Chew more clock. Here's Wickline in on the right side. Try to put that one across, and instead it's cleared back out. Rogers will backhand it in on Babic. It disappears in the gear, and he holds it. With 5:20 to go into third. Petrantonio is in some serious discomfort on the bench. Face off coming to the right of Babic. Wickline with Krupp and Aldworth. It is won back by the Thunderbirds, though. Ends up on the far side, and that puck is wedged out. Krupp getting in a little extra jousting in behind the play as Carolina moves up the left side. Here's Salak trying to drive the net. Lost it as he stepped in front. Rogers was all over him. And now here's Krupp. Pass to center. Helmet is turned away by the Thunderbirds. Bioni over to the far side. Salak stepping back in over the line. Salak high slot with a wrist shot. Blocker save Pavlos. Rogers with the puck. Left side for Krupp. Too far on the lead for him. And Carolina throws it right back in.
It's time to put it in go mode for the River Dragons right now.
4.5 to go in the third, and Columbus needs to get organized. They'll skate it ahead. Storjahan on the left wing, in with a wrist shot. Easy glove save for Babic. He'll hold for the whistle. 4:21 to go in the third. 3-0. Carolina leads. We'll be right back with more Columbus River Dragons hockey.
IGH Properties specializes in managing single-family homes, single condos, entire HOAs, small and large apartments, and commercial business properties in the Chattahoochee Valley and beyond. Their expert property management team takes on the day-to-day chores of managing your rental property so you can enjoy a successful investment. Some of the responsibilities they handle are marketing, tenant interactions, lease agreements, and more. See them at IGHproperties.net. That's IGHproperties.net. IGH Properties. Happy tenants, happy owners, better rentals.
Craving a burrito, some nachos, or maybe even a quesadilla? Head to Barbaritos. Their menu includes only the freshest ingredients, and your order is custom made how you want it on the spot. Barbaritos is founded on freshness, and everything from our handmade guacamole to our marinades are made right in-house. And don't forget, you can order online at barbaritos.com or through our handy mobile app. Barbaritos. Food, community, people.
4:21 to go in the third period. Brought to you by IGH Properties. Tom Callahan, Drew Peirce here in the Harvey Lumber press box. River Dragons out shooting Carolina 41-26, but it's been all Thunderbirds on the score sheet.
Yeah, Boris Babbitt's been huge for the Thunderbirds tonight, keeping us off the board.
Storjahan, King, and Jemaeth out for Columbus. Vanelli and Frazier on the points. Storjahan tried to win the draw back. Around to the right point it goes, and that's knocked past Vanelli. Back after it is Frazier. He'll bank it back. Vanelli with it. And now attacking the right side. Storjahan through the middle. Tipped on to the wing. Ends up with Jemaeth. Jemaeth into the corner. Frazier up with an off-angle chance. Puck in front. Storjahan stopped by Babbitt. Oh, man, he stopped that one with his horseshoe. Here's Grebennikov after a block. Skating it out. 3-on-2 for Carolina. Chip back into space. Grebennikov bouncer in the right pad. Save Pavlos rebound set up the slot. Out of the zone it goes.
Dragons are getting plenty of chances. They just haven't capitalized on one of them yet.
Hussey at center. Took a swat from Jacob Kelly. Made him turn back. Now it's dumped in. River Dragons on the regroup. 3.5 to go in the third. Do you consider pulling Pavlos very early here, knowing you need 3?
I would, just to try to get at least one.
There's Doan with a shot tipped up high and an easy catch for Boris Babbitt. Some fans begin to file out here a little early from the Columbus Civic Center.
You want to put as much pressure on Boris Babbitt back there as you can. And right now we need to really turn that up.
Face off is one back into the corner. Moore up after it, throws a hit in the corner. And it ends up back in that corner. Moore run into by Peavy. Puck in front and a left pad save Babbitt. And a hand pass.
Has some pushing and shoving behind the play there.
Yeah, Kelly and Peavy, or pardon me, Moore and Peavy were going at it hot and heavy. But that hand pass will put the face-off outside. 3:03 to go in the third. 3-0 Carolina. And right now, no Josh Petrantonio, who is standing watching from the bench. Petrantonio was injured earlier in the period, made his way slowly off the ice. And that's why right now the lines have been shuffled a little bit here, and Kelly has to play some center. They'll go left side to LaBelle. LaBelle had his pocket picked and once again dumped back in. Thunderbirds just chew the clock. 2:38, 2:37. The clock ticks down here in the third. 3-0 Carolina. Moore on the right side, had it knocked away. Greco onto the left wing. Kelly working his way in over the line, tried to leave it for Doe. Doe did not expect that pass at all. And back the other way comes Carolina, right side in. Ford with a shot. Pavlos got a piece of it, deflects it wide. Pavlos aggressive way out on the angle. Thunderbirds will dump it back in. Pavlos will catch, he'll leave it there. LaBelle strolls by. 2:03 to go in the third. And here's Aldworth trying the right side. Put it ahead, looking for Wickline. And again, Carolina just not giving the River Dragons anything. Wickline trying to push it into the corner. Looking to move it ahead. A bouncing puck. Here's Rogers down low. Chopped off his stick. Cleared back out. Petrie chasing it down. That'll be an icing call.
If you're Coach Bouchard, do you take your time out here?
Well, you don't get to take it home with you.
You don't.
Although after an icing call, I don't know. I might have taken it a little bit earlier and taken that chance to pull Pavlos at that point. But at this point, I mean, you have the same line out there. Why give the Thunderbirds any rest? And you need 3. And you need a draw win here and a goal. Wickline wins it back, but the bouncing puck eludes Petrie out to center. 90 seconds left. Aldworth will move it ahead. Chips into space on the right side. Rogers down low. Rogers wrap around attempt. Babbitt got a pad on it. Rebound behind the net. Wickline knocked down. And the Thunderbirds just lob it out. Here come the River Dragons on the left side. Petrie all the way down deep, looking to put it, cutting right in front of the net. Puck through the crease. Ends up in the near side corner. Wickline up top. Shot by Rogers. Save Babic. Rebound Albert down low. A backhand try. Group jamming away. Puck is still free. There's a shot blocked by traffic again. Rogers on it. Near dot. Aldworth scores. Finally, Boris Babic scrambling around, looking like a fish out of water.
Now we got a fight going.
Couldn't come up with the rebound. Aldworth scores, and yes, we get a pile on the far side with some wrestling and Jay Krupp involved in it.
Boris Babic is absolutely upset. He just threw his stick halfway across the ice.
Well, he's mad at the stick, Drew, because that's the reason he couldn't get up. It was underneath his right leg for most of that sequence, and every time Babic tried to stand up or tried to move up, his stick, which was lodged under his leg, kept sliding.
And Jerome Bouchard is standing on the wall in the neutral zone.
Well, to say that there's going to be bad blood coming out of this weekend and hasn't been brewing all year, I mean, of course it has.
These two teams definitely don't like each other, and as we get into the playoffs and things heat up even more, that's going to make it even worse.
19-13, time of the goal. Aldworth, his 18th of the season.
Looks like Jerome Bouchard has been shown the door here.
I don't blame him. I don't blame him.
Or shown himself the door. I'm not sure which.
He actually did that. Drew, I know I wasn't there for the games. I think
he did that in North Carolina, yes.
Kind of came back out, came back on, came back out, came back on.
Took a water bottle out to the goaltender.
That's right. And now right off the faceoff, Aldworth pushes ahead. Gets knocked down. Pavlos creeping. Doesn't go to the bench yet, but get out of there. Get to the bench. Here's a chance for Wickline. Shot blocked to the corner. He does go now. Extra man out. Frazier pressured up top. Try to put it down low. The puck kicks back out over the line. Kelly trying to get back to it. 23 seconds to go. Schnapp tying it up on the wall. They won't blow the whistle. And Frazier, did he get hit with a stick from the bench?
He got hit up high by a stick on the bench, it looked like.
Somebody just reached over from the bench, I think, and hit Frazier. Referees are going to talk about it here. Jay Krupp comes over to have his day in court. I don't know if it's going to do any good, but now all four.
Looks like we've got all the referees over there
well,
now.
One of the linesmen has to keep an eyeball on things, though, because you need to keep the peace here. He's got to go back over between the benches.
Which is a good idea between these two teams.
Yes. So the linesman and the ref are talking about it. So we saw clearly enough. Frazier gestured that he was cross-checked in the face by someone sitting on the bench. That would be the most literal definition possible of a bench minor. Krupp is still arguing, but judging by the fact that he's the only one over there talking, I don't think the River Dragons are going to win their case here.
$3,646 in attendance tonight.
And a very strong crowd here tonight. I mean, they've
very
been
loud, very strong.
They've been, I mean, despite the fact that their team's down 3-1 here, and Drew, we're not getting any penalties out of it. 6 men out for the River Dragons, but they don't win the draw. Carolina does, and they bounce one wide of the empty net. That'll be an icing goal. No. How is that not icing?
I don't know how that's not icing.
Vanelli trying to step up with it. In over the line, Schnapp on it, game over. Well, a disappointing end to this one for the Columbus River Dragons. 3-1, Carolina takes the win here tonight in regulation. And we're going to step on into the Pepsi post-game show. When we come back, we'll wrap things up for you. Take a final look at the Zelmo Zippin' out-of-town scoreboard and more. Stay tuned. Wade Cleaners restarts the game as well. 3-1, Carolina wins it. This is Columbus River Dragons hockey.
Is that the sound of an ooey gooey cheesy crunchy slice of P-I-Z-Z-A? Obviously, but as good as that sounds, we think it can get even better. Oh yeah, that's the sound of a freshly opened fizz-filled Pepsi. The only thing that can take this flavor medley of crunchy dough, mouth-watering cheese, and savory sauce to the next level. How about another bite? Pepsi and pizza sound like a match made in heaven and taste even better. Pizza, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Announcing Wade Cleaner's newest location at 6801 River Road, located just across from the new VA hospital. This location has a drive-thru and is open 6 days a week. Tell us you heard this and receive 25% off your first visit. Wade Cleaners, since 1939.
If you're looking for quality dental work, look no further than Largeman Dental in Columbus, the River Dragons' trusted oral care provider. Largeman Dental provides cleaning services, restorative work, cosmetics, prosthetics, and Invisalign braces too. Dr. Largeman has over 19 years of clinical experiences in all phases of dentistry and holds memberships in 4 different esteemed dental societies. Set your next appointment by calling 706-322-6581 or visit them online at largemandental.com.
The Jersey Shop specializes in screen printing, embroidery, direct-to-garment printing, and vinyl heat-press lettering and numbering. We provide custom t-shirts for any occasion and have a graphic designer on staff to make the logos or graphics needed to make your shirts unique. We pride ourselves on being able to deliver orders of any size at low, competitive cost with no minimum quantity. That's why the River Dragons trust the Jersey Shop for all of their uniform needs. Call 706-565-4245. That's 565-4245.
It's time for the Pepsi postgame show on the River Dragons Broadcast Network. Tonight's show is brought to you by Pepsi, Air Force Heating and Air, Beam TV, Zelmo Zip-In, and Wade Cleaners. Now with a recap of tonight's action, here's Tom Callahan.
Back here to wrap things up in the Pepsi postgame show. Tom Callahan, Drew Peirce here with you, and certainly a disappointing end to the evening for the Columbus River Dragons and their fans. 3-1 Carolina with the victory here tonight. Let's take a quick look at the 3 stars of the game brought to you by Wade Cleaners. Your third star tonight with the only goal for the River Dragons is Thomas Aldworth. Second star with a goal and an assist goes to Jacob Schnapp. And the first star for the Carolina Thunderbirds, Boris Babick, who stops 44 of 45 tonight. Drew, hard to argue with a guy who made 44 saves being your top star.
It is, and he really is the reason they won that game, even though he gave up that last-minute goal in the third there.
Absolutely solid game out of Babick here this evening. River Dragons down 3-1 by Carolina. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll wrap up the scoring and give you the out-of-town scoreboard, as well as Drew and I will have our final thoughts on the wrap-up side. More coming your way in just a moment on the Pepsi postgame show. This is Columbus River Dragons hockey.
We know that juicy, cheesy, grilled to perfection burger sounds amazing, but it does sound like something is missing. Pepsi, baby. The yin to this burger's yang. Burgers and Pepsi go together like burgers and Pepsi. This perfect blending of flavors makes every bite of lettuce, every sesame seed on the bun, and every sip of that crisp, refreshing, ice-cold cola a journey to Foodtopia. Burgers, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Announcing Wade Cleaner's newest location at 6801 River Road, located just across from the new VA hospital. This location has a drive-thru and is open 6 days a week. Tell us you heard this and receive 25% off your first visit. Wade Cleaners, since 1939.
Complete Tire and Service, located at 3109 Victory Drive in Columbus, is the perfect place to take care of everything your vehicle needs. From preventive maintenance to alignments, brakes, oil changes, and more, your friends at Complete Tire and Service have you covered. Need tires? Buy 3, get 1 free for passenger vehicles. Call 706-321-8133 to set up your appointment. 321-8133. Complete Tire and Service on the web at ctstires.com. In 1999, Watley Convenience Stores opened its first Zylmo's Zip-In. Since then, the brand has grown to include 11 stores in the Chattahoochee Valley and southwest Georgia. Zylmo's is an anchor in the communities it operates in. Our managers, employees, and vendors are all an integral part of the neighborhoods and communities we serve. We are proud to call these areas home and plan to continue growing with and serving the communities of West Georgia and East Alabama. Zylmo's, fueling life's passions.
Welcome back here in the Pepsi post-game show to the Columbus Civic Center. Tom Callahan, Drew Peirce here with you in the Harvey Lumber press box. Fans want to remind you that WTVM and the River Dragons are sponsoring the Spring Into Action food drive at all remaining River Dragons home games. And after tonight, you got one shot left. That is a week from tonight to bring your non-perishable food donation to the game and drop it off in our specially marked bins. All donations benefit the Feeding the Valley Food Bank and the Food Bank of East Alabama. For more information, visit WTVM.com. We're going to take a look back at the scoring in this one, and for the most part, it was all Thunderbirds as Gus Ford, his league-leading 46th goal of the year at 5:33, opened things up for Carolina, and that was the only goal of the first period. 1954, an unassisted goal late on a shorthanded chance for Schnopp, and that one was a real dagger, unfortunately, for the River Dragons. And you know what, Drew, at that point, Columbus was pushing. They had a good second period, had chances in the power play. No, they didn't score, but I feel like when that goal goes in, that's a tough one to recover.
Yeah, it really took the wind out of the sails. And although they scored in the last minute of the third, I think it really took the wind out of their sails in the third, as most of the third as well.
Well, in that third period, Schnopp would set up Butita for a goal at 9:39 to make it 3-0. And at that point, halfway through that third period, the River Dragons just scrambling, trying to find the offense. They do finally get one late at 19:13. Thomas Aldworth is able to score his 18th goal of the year from Wickline and Krupp. Just a goal-mouth scramble. Babick unable to recover. Aldworth able to fire the puck in over top of him, and that was the only goal of the game for the River Dragons. So I guess, Drew, a little bit of solace in finding the late goal.
Yeah, a little bit of solace, but we need to go into next weekend and really play well because now Carolina is in first place.
Absolutely. The River Dragons are still in need of points. But now that the 3 points go to Carolina in regulation, as Drew points out, that flip-flops the standings. And the Thunderbirds now sneak in front of the River Dragons by a point, 114-113 in that battle for home ice supremacy in the Continental Division. Shots in the game by period, Carolina 11 in the first and the second, 5 in the third, 27 total. River Dragons 10, 16, and 19 for 45. Power plays, River Dragons 0 for 1, and the Thunderbirds 0 for 4. Let's take a look at the Zelmo Zippin' out-of-town scoreboard, where we have the Binghamton Black Bears winning 8-5 over the Delaware Thunder here tonight. Goals, not a problem in that game. Elmira and Danbury are tied at 4 late in the third period of that game. That one could be headed for some overtime. Oh, wait, Danbury, just as I speak, has taken a 5-4 lead. So Danbury out in front now late in the third period of that game. 3-0 Port Huron is up on Watertown. And, well, Motor City's fighting back to make it a game, but in the end, not in the end. That's at the end of 2 periods of play. It's 5-4 Mississippi. So that third period might be worth checking out if you're a Fed fan.
That's going to be a high-octane third period there.
Sure is. And in the NHL finals from earlier today, several matinee games and some of the earlier games going final as well. Islanders shut out the Flyers 4-0. Senators 7-4 over the Lightning. Rangers 4-0 over the Blue Jackets. Maple Leafs 7-1 over the Canadiens. Panthers 4, Capitals 2. Jets shut out the Predators 2-0. Coyotes 5-4 in overtime. They win over the Ducks. Oilers 6-1 over the Sharks. Stars 2-1 over the Golden Knights. Penguins 5-1 winners over the Red Wings. Sabres 4, Hurricanes 3. Game's going on right now. Wild are up 4-2 over the Blues in the third period. Bruins with a 2-1 lead over the Devils at the end of the second. Scoreless between the Flames and the Canucks and the Blackhawks and Kraken. And at the bottom of the hour, you've got Avalanche at Kings facing off just about 20 minutes from now. And in the College Hockey National Championship game, they have moved into the second half of the third period, but the score hasn't changed since the second period. Minnesota's got a 2-1 lead right now with time ticking down, now under 7 minutes to go in that one. All right, a final break coming up here in the Pepsi postgame show. When we come back, Drew and I will give you our final thoughts as we wrap this one up from the Columbus Civic Center. 3-1 Carolina with the victory here tonight. More coming your way on River Dragons Hockey.
Blue Frog Plumbing and Drain is your trusted plumber in Columbus and beyond. We go the extra mile to show up on time, diagnose your situation quickly, and get to the root of the problem. Blue Frog is here to deliver the right solution the first time. And we're available 24/7 because plumbing emergencies don't keep office hours. Blue Frog Plumbing and Drain. Less mess, less stress. On the web at bluefrogplumbing.com or call 706-887-6433.
If you're looking for quality dental work, look no further than Largeman Dental in Columbus, the River Dragons' trusted oral care provider. Largeman Dental provides cleaning services, restorative work, cosmetics, prosthetics, and Invisalign braces too. Dr. Largeman has over 19 years of clinical experiences in all phases of dentistry and holds memberships in 4 different esteemed dental societies. Set your next appointment by calling 706-322-6581 or visit them online at largemandental.com.
Hydrolife Therapy in Old Town is your one-stop recovery shop to get you back to 100%. With IV therapy treatments, cryotherapy, and compression therapy all under one roof. Hydrolife treatments are packed with nutrients to increase energy and boost your immune system. Join the IV League today for the most affordable way to feel better, look better, and start accomplishing more. Online at hydrolifetherapy.com/Columbus. Hydrolife Therapy. Start living your best life.
Vector Ply Corporation is a world-leading manufacturer of carbon, fiberglass, and Kevlar composite fabrics located in Phoenix City, Alabama. Our customers depend on us to produce iconic brands such as Malibu and Nautique Boat and the historic C8 mid-engine Corvette. Even the light poles surrounding the Columbus Civic Center were produced by a Vector Ply customer using Vector Ply fabrics. If you're looking for an exciting career with a growing manufacturer located right here in the Chattahoochee Valley, visit our website, vectorply.com.
Back here in the Pepsi post-game show, Tom Callahan, Drew Peirce back here to wrap things up with you. 3-1 Carolina here tonight. Drew, looking back at that one, what are your thoughts?
Looking back at that one, the River Dragons offensively were just a little flat tonight. Boris Babic played a good game, but that's not the full power of the River Dragons offense that we saw tonight.
No, absolutely. Even though the River Dragons do come out with 45 shots, Babic 44 saves. A couple of big ones, especially down the stretch there, and the River Dragons just did not find the offense here this evening. And now they have a chance to go into Carolina, and they have a tough time there in that building. But you know what? This is a place you're going to have to find a way to win on the road. It's going to be a very good test. And right now, it's the River Dragons now who are down by a point to the Thunderbirds after losing this one in regulation. So, Drew, a perfect time to test your mettle.
You know what? Carolina, that arena is very loud. It's very hard to play in, but we need to go in there and just play our game. Simplify and play.
Well,
the best of our ability.
Sometimes on the road, it's a little easier to do that, too.
It is, because you're not so worried about impressing the home fans.
Well, the River Dragons tonight, unfortunately, here at home, dropped the 3-1 decision. And we look forward to coming back at you on Friday night. There is one final home game left in the regular season. It's April 15th. Fan Appreciation Night, all kinds of fun and surprises going on that night. Giveaways, plenty of things happening. And those tickets are on sale right now through Ticketmaster.com and, of course, through the Civic Center box office. So I want to say thanks to the entire broadcast crew here for helping us get through this one. And for Drew Peirce, I'm Tom Callahan. One more time, your final score. Carolina wins it 3-1. We'll talk to you on Friday night from Carolina as River Dragons and Thunderbirds go right back at it head-to-head. This has been Columbus River Dragons Hockey.
You've been listening to the Pepsi Postgame Show on the River Dragons Broadcast Network. Tonight's show was brought to you by Pepsi, Air Force Heating and Air, Beam TV, Zelmo Zip-In, and Wade Cleaners. All rights to this broadcast are reserved by the Columbus River Dragons and TMB Broadcasting for the private use of their audience. Any reproduction, retransmission, or other distribution or the descriptions or accounts of this game are expressly prohibited without the written consent of Ignite Sports and Entertainment and TMB Broadcasting. This has been a presentation of the Columbus River Dragons Hockey Club.
Back to Columbus's Real Rock.